Okay, the claps picked up this time.
All right. Welcome to Cool Ranch Corner episode 84, where we recorded 30 minutes and
It was
uh,
20. It
20
was.
minutes and the audio wasn't recording. Are our audio levels good though? Like, is one of us more loud than the other? Be good?
No, I think I mean, la
I
la
feel
la
like usually you're
la.
quieter, or like, I'm pretty rarely quieter,
There were a
but
couple episodes I think where you were a little bit quieter, but I
yeah.
was showing as
I'm
me
I'm
being
talking
quiet.
I'm talking right into the mic, baby. Yeah.
Come over here, kiss me on my hot
Yeah.
mouth.
Come over here, kiss me on my. I'm feeling
I'm
romantical.
feeling romantic.
What updates you got?
Um.
Roach infestation?
Oh yeah. So apparently my apartment complex has roaches. So I spoke too soon. They put a notice on my door that I saw in the middle of the night. And the thing is, they gave me like 2 days notice. Like, it was stupid. So I ruined my sleep schedule because I'm waiting for this freaking dude to show up while I'm at work, right? And they picked like the worst day to do it. And dude was like in a hurry, like just like trying to book it through there. Like, the other apartments had notices on them, so like it was a building wide thing. But the dude was like, and the thing is, I'm not like down the hall either. Like, I'm like the second or third door from like the stairway. But dude was like acting like he had just gone through like 20 different different
Probably
apartments.
did.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. But he was just in a massive hurry, and he put like like 8 globs of like this brown liquid. It's like some bait.
He
But
just goes like, "Don't touch this stuff." And then
he
runs.
didn't like, and I was saying it earlier, but like I had gotten home from work a couple days later, and there was just a roach like out in front of someone's door. And so I look at it and I'm like, great, I feel obligated to kill it. So I come into my apartment and grab a can of Raid, and I start spraying it, and it starts flying. Like, this
Yeah, you
is
got flying cockroaches in Texas.
well, and apparently it's a lot worse in like Austin. Like, Austin is where you get like the ones that live in trees and will fly
Yeah, you
like
got those Post Malone roaches.
the post. Yeah, well, but
It flies away, and they say congratulations.
but like, do you know actually, like, I didn't say this earlier, but a thing I heard is all roaches can fly. It's just the ones that choose to are good flyers.
Dude, hissing cockroaches. I'll take flying cockroaches over hissing cockroaches all day, because hissing cockroaches are essentially trying to mimic like reptiles. So you'll think that there's like a fucking snake in there or something, and it's just a roach. You're like,
But those aren't really a thing in the U.S., are they?
yeah,
Have
that's where you live.
have you dealt with a hissing cockroach before?
I did in California. Yeah, at Point Magoo.
Ugh.
Yeah, we were on a swamp though, so there was all kinds of weird shit there.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah, hissing cockroaches they scare you because they're like, it's like a rattlesnake, when you're like 10 feet away and it just starts going, it's like, oh shit.
Well, but at least you know they're there.
Yeah, but your brain plays tricks on you when you're caught off guard. So you're like, what is that? Is that like a freaking,
Am I gonna
is there
die
a
right now? Yeah.
reptile in here? Yeah, like about to get freaking.
Well,
Oh, it's getting bit by a snake. You're like,
dude, have you seen that video where it was like this lady's like in her living room and a freaking anaconda just like slithers in? Have you seen that?
did you see that? Have you seen that one where the freaking snake is like
On the
it's like
ceiling
on
fan?
the ceiling fan? It's going like, and then it just, it flies at him. I was like, oh hell no! I'd burn the house down.
Well, like, and that's the thing. Like, I think the thing with roaches, right? It's like, honestly,
God, I hate snakes.
they can't really do much to you, right? Like, they can be dangerous as far as like they can get like nasty bacteria and viruses like on your food. But like, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
a roach is not gonna kill you just if it like lands on you or something like that. They can bite, but
They're
it's,
not like rats where they carry typhoid and shit.
or
It's not like that.
dude, did you hear that somebody in I think it was like Flagstaff, someone in Arizona died of the Black Plague recently?
Jesus Christ,
like
man.
like earlier this month.
And you know how bad things gotta get or like you die from the Black Plague, like there's signs. Like go to the doctor if something feels off.
Well, no, I guess the problem is it's like super hard to diagnose because the Black Plague is not a thing anymore. Like no one gets the Black Plague.
Dude, I feel okay. Symptoms of the Black Plague. You ready?
I think obviously there's like boils that you get, but like
Yeah,
I
like
think it's like
you
flu
look
like I think it's
thickly.
flu-like symptoms.
Swollen, painful lymph nodes, with a fever, chills, headache, weakness. Okay. But see, it says other forms of the plague can lead to pneumonia, septum. You can go septic. There's a certain point where it's like, okay, this is not the flu.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean? It gets bad.
it starts out feeling like the flu, and I think by the time that it actually gets bad enough, it's like rabies, where like when you start seeing symptoms, it's already too late.
Your nails turn black and yellow, and then you
Black and
get
yellow, black and
boils
yellow.
like near your lymph nodes.
How
If
long
I
does that
started
take
getting
though?
boils, if I got boils near my lymph nodes, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to the fucking doctor, bro.
Yeah, but I think the point is when you get to that point, it's too late. It's like I said, it's like rabies. When you start seeing symptoms, it's already like uncurable. But my point is, I think like when a roach lands on you, that's the part where you're like, I need to go like take a chemical bath because you just feel
Holy
dirty.
shit. Okay, yeah, I take it back. It takes anywhere from 2 to 7 days to die from it.
Whoa! Like two to 7 days from you getting it?
It says if you're prompt with antibiotic treatment, the mortality rate drops to around 10 to 15%. So yeah, you just okay. If you have a fever and like normal cold medicine is not helping, go to the fucking doctor, okay? Because like one, it's either like a new strain of something bad and you want like serious treatment, or two, you might have the plague.
Well, the thing is, if you have the plague, like you're living in pretty awful conditions, because
Yeah, no,
you get
like
the plague from. So what happens is they're saying. I think the thing that I was seeing was they were saying that like you have to have like a rat or like a possum or something like that gets it, and then
fleas,
a flea will
contact
give
with
it to an
infected
animal that
tissue
that's
or
its pet.
fluids, infective
I
droplets.
do you remember when
It says most
Ebola?
commonly comes for fleas and rats.
Do you remember when Ebola was like gonna be a big thing, and then like 10 people died from it, and then you never heard about it again?
Dude, Ebola is like if I got diagnosed with Ebola, because I don't think there's a I think you're screwed. I think once you get Ebola, like I don't think they can help you.
I don't know because so my thing is Ebola. You like every orifice, you're just there's just blood coming out. But
You shit your guts out, literally.
no shot, really?
Look it up. Yeah, it is like one of the worst ways to die, man. You literally shit your intestines and stuff out. It's bad.
Like they just turn
Um,
liquid? Like what? I don't
yeah,
understand.
your insides turn into liquid and you shit them out. Like they
Bro,
just
that's
all
like
come
some
out.
like genetically engineered like freaking like so Cold War era Soviet
It's
biological
bad,
weapon like.
dude. Yeah, mortality rate for Ebola. I know it's pretty high. It says there's no confirmed mortality rate because cases are so rare and different. It says that the current average mortality rate is around 50%, but differing ranges anywhere from 25 to 90%. For example, the Zaire strain of Ebola, which is the most deadly one reported, has a mortality rate of 90%.
Well, look up how to survive Ebola. Because
How to serve
Ebola like is a big thing, and like
Ebola.
when I shouldn't say big thing, but it's like it originated in
Uh,
Africa, right? And they don't really have the
you need
best.
intensive supportive care, IV rehydration, symptom management, and treatment of complications. There is no cure,
There is no
but
bathroom.
supportive care can significantly improve survival rates. Key aspects of survival include maintaining hydration, blood pressure, oxygenation, as well as managing pain and secondary infections. Yeah, it says that lots of vomiting. It says that many patients end up needing dialysis.
Isn't that like what they usually give people who have
It's
like?
to clean your blood. It says that blood clotting is also really common, so a lot of old people die because of the blood clots. It says Ebola often leads to various complications, including septic shock, organ failure, and secondary bacterial infections.
This
Uh,
this is this is so
being
awful,
treated
dude.
early is the number one factor to surviving.
Like I said, it's just like rabies the same way, dude.
It
Basically,
says it looks like it says that they're saying that some kind of antibody that has to do with your colon is being seen as a possible treatment for it.
I
That's
dude,
low.
I would not want to be one of the scientists working on the cure for Ebola though, because like if something
Someone's got to
happens,
do it, right?
yeah, but
Damn,
I man,
man.
if something goes wrong, you get a hole in your suit and freaking Ebola, you're just screwed, dude. Although I mean,
Anyways,
they would know how to cure it
to
because
some
they catch it early enough, you know. But
to some happier talk. Short film on update. Hunters. We just did the sound design. I went to Triple Tone. Just a really warm and collaborative environment. They all. I guess they encourage the director to sit in. But one thing that was really cool is I know a lot of Foley artists. I've heard are very protective of how they do sounds. Like they like don't want to give away their secrets. They let me record everything, and so I posted like a little vlog on TikTok. It'll go up on Instagram and YouTube later, and then like a carousel on my Instagram that was like less edited, um, of just them doing like footsteps and just all kinds of different sound effects, like everything that you can think of, like from somebody putting their hand on a table or moving in their seat, things like that, everything. And then like the last thing, the Foley art. So this Foley artist, she was trained by like essentially the most famous Foley artist like ever. She like did the original Star Wars movies and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what she's doing here in New Mexico, but she's like incredibly good at what she does and affordable. It was 350 for the session. Um, yeah, it was very eye opening. I had some comments asking like, wait, so did Pollo Loco like? They were like, you didn't do this for Pollo Loco. It's like, no, Pollo Loco was essentially like whatever sound effects there were, like we just used that.
that is
There
pretty
was some
crazy.
stuff that we did. Yeah, they completely are rebuilding the audio for this one. It's gonna be like an actual fucking movie, man. It's I essentially because I had some people say like, so do you think this one's gonna be better than Pollo Loco? It's about half the length. It's 14 minutes with the credits. So like 13 minutes of film. I think it's like 13 minutes and 9 seconds of film. Um, but like quality wise, I took everything that I learned and we had like an even more experienced team for this. Like pretty much everybody who worked on this one has either like worked on a ton of stuff in the indie scene or like they've worked on big productions like Eddington and stuff like that, which we'll talk about later. So yeah, I think the fact that we have half the length, but we spent a third of the budget, and it's like better quality
Yeah,
is like just a testament to like how much I learned and took away from Pollo Loco. And I think the number one thing when I saw Pollo Loco with 5.1 surround sound at a Cinemark, that was like the real test of like how's the audio. And it's like, yeah, it's definitely like spotty towards the end. There was like John Carlo's little monologue towards the end of the film that's like voiceover. That should have been ADR. For some reason it sounds really bad. And it should have like if we had ADR that, I think the rest of the film like it wouldn't have stood out as much, the audio. But
yeah.
that's the thing too, is that we might not need any ADR for this. I thought we were, but apparently like our boom operator, Eddie Lamb, like killed it. Killed it. Like I was really surprised. I watched a rough cut with the producers, right? And they're like it felt like we were watching it already, just without the score. And I'm like, yeah, no, the dialogue is really good.
I
Like it's really clear.
I understand. So because I know there's different kinds of mics. This is a random question, but so like there's boom mics, there's shotgun mics. Like what is the difference?
So a shotgun mic is like one that I think goes on the camera. It
Okay.
like mounts onto the camera, and then a boom mic it means it has that long pole. And then it gets essentially into like, okay, like
Is it
how
like
expensive is the mic itself, you
well? Because
know?
I know there's like something where it talks about
And this is pretty expensive.
like the direction that it'll capture the audio, where like some of them will do like it's almost like a sphere where it'll just capture everything in that
Yeah.
radius, and there's some where it's like pointed in a specific like chunk of that
Well,
area.
there's two things that I think make a big difference for this, and it's he boom ops and mixes his own audio on set on the
Mm.
fly, and so like I think he's just like really in tune with his equipment, and he works a lot. So I think he's got a lot of experience doing sound. For Always Ready, like I might honestly bring him on as like a another sound guy. So we have like a mixer and two operators essentially. Like that would be pretty freaking sweet. Um, because then they can like change, like give each other breaks and stuff. Because there's just standing there the whole shoot like this, you know. It's like, man, that's gotta suck after a while. But the thing is like when you see a close up, right? Like in a film where it's literally just like maybe like this, like a real intense moment, like fuck you, buddy. You know, like the mic is like right here.
Hey man,
You know what I mean? They get in
you
there
know
with
what
the mic
time
as
it
close as they
is?
can.
Hey man.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, fuck off. uh no, but the so it's essentially like how close can they get the mic to the actors like mouths without being in frame, right? Um and so that's what makes a huge difference. And I think with Pollo Loco, we had a boom operator who essentially wasn't a boom operator, and so it's like they like the experience was the limiting thing there, you
Yeah.
know. But the wide shots is where it gets really hard because they have to have a if they don't have a like a pole, like the actual like boom arm that's like it's not long enough to go like really far, then like that's really hard to get. And he had a nice one and managed to freaking get it. There was a couple of actors, two actors specifically, we didn't have lav mics for because we only had three lav mics, and so I thought we were gonna have to ADR them, but apparently Eddie got it. Like they were able to boost it and clean it up enough. He's like, yeah, I don't think we need to do
Dude,
ADR.
that's because the thing is like I have very limited tools and limited experience as well with like audio and stuff like that. And so when I've tried to clean up audio for like the podcast when I was re-uploading all the old episodes,
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do. Like the first episode had like
Well,
3D printers running in the background and stuff like that. You can hear it clear as day. Just,
yeah. Well, this guy, Jason Wolf, the sound engineer, he's been doing sound mixing for music, live music events, music videos, essentially anything that has to do with sound. He comes from a music background, so he's like really experienced with mixing stuff, like mixing audio, and like he's been doing it for like 20, 30 years or something like that. He's just a really good sound engineer. And him and the Foley artist, it was crazy because like I was in the room with the Foley artist, and then like they essentially have like a TV that has my film playing, and then it has on the side, because they're using like a Mac, right? It had his webcam, her web her webcam so he could see her, and then like you could see all the files that he was doing. And like he would be like, okay, yeah, I didn't have one for that, and then you just see him add it, and it's just like so organized, and like it worked so well together. um they obviously would try to like time it perfectly, but it's like, okay, if the timing's not perfect, I can shift that part over and
Yeah.
you won't even know. But he was like so they were both so precise. There were so many times where it was like, I can't believe she
Well,
did that whole scene in one take,
I've seen them
like
do it for
first
like
try.
animated movies, and the thing is, like when you think about it, it's like they have to do it for that because there is no audio, right? And so
Yeah,
it's like you know it has to be a thing for animated movies, but you never think about it being a thing for live action. But it's
yeah.
such a crucial part of it because there's certain sound effects where you just
But
can't get that
it
on
is
the set, you know?
Foley is absolutely an art form in its own, because
Yeah.
did you know, like for example, she wore different shoes for all the characters.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
attention
like
to
she took it
detail,
that
dude.
far, and then she'd be like, actually, let me do that one again. He's a bigger guy, so I want to make it sound heavier. And I'm like, like This is
but see,
crazy.
like the thing is, like the logic makes sense. It's just that you don't think about that. Like it just
No.
it's
She,
yeah
I mean, she told me she essentially is like trying to be the character when she's doing it and envision what it's like to be that person, you
yeah.
know, because it's like everybody moves differently and stuff. And it was cool though, because she's like, because like I'm watching and I'm like, she's doing the footsteps and like all you see is like top half of their body, and she's like, it's the shoulders. I watched the shoulders, you know. It's like, damn man, there's so much to it, and she was just so good at it,
It
and
gets
like,
it gets to a scene with you, and she's like, "Hold on." She pulls out high heels, and you're like, "What the?"
well,
It's like,
they
that's
have
not
this,
me.
they have a term called they have a term called sweetener, and that's where they take like like a sound from a sound library, right?
uh,
So like fire, for instance, we have a fire going in this one. So what they did is they have that, and then they took like, she had like this thing that she made, and they sweeten it so it doesn't just sound like you took like a track from a, you know, it's like there's so many tricks to make it sound better, you
yeah.
know. Because I, for example, going to these festivals, as many as I did for Pollo Loco, you would literally hear the same sound effects in like movies because everybody's using the same
Well, it's
library sound
it's
effects,
it's
you know.
crazy because like I've noticed the same thing. Like
You'll
it
hear the same
happens.
door opening sound, you
Oh,
know.
same fart noise. But
Yeah.
like
Brr.
so super niche example, but Black Ops 3 uses a specific sound effect for the Margwa in one of the zombies maps, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember hearing that same sound effect in Rick and Morty. And I was like, okay, so that tells me it's not an original sound effect from either of them.
No.
They took it from
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't know where, but they took it from
Yeah, there's
somewhere.
definitely some that I hear people say like that needs to be retired. They've used that too
Freaking
much. Like
well,
it takes you out of the movie.
but there's some where it's like, even though it's been used a million times, people are like
Yeah,
keeping
like
it
the
like
Wilhelm
Wilhelm scream.
scream.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's that everybody uses that on purpose because it's just
yeah,
funny, you know.
yeah.
But anyways, really eye-opening experience. We're gonna be reviewing the sound and the color this next week, and then should be getting the finalized versions the week after that. Then I put it all together, and I cut together a trailer, and then and what the cool thing is I'm gonna ask if I can get a version without score in it, so that the trailer I can like manipulate that more. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, I'm gonna make note of that after this. Uh, uh, so I cut together a little teaser trailer. I think I'm gonna do like a 30-second trailer for this one. It's shorter, so I don't think we need to like overdo it. And then I'm gonna get a poster designed. So I have a cool idea for a poster. I just need the final colored stills to do it, so that it like accurately represents the film, you know. And I think it's gonna work. I just, you know, we'll see. I have to find the right
Yeah.
poster designer. But yeah, cool stuff. Always ready update. We've been having meetings. I think Ben might come on as a full-on producer because we're talking about just like making offers for some of these actors and getting it packaged, like signing bonuses and stuff to just like get the ball rolling. Because I think we just need an announcement at this point to really get momentum going. Because there's talks happening, but it's like we really need to like light a flame under it, you know. Because there's some things that are time sensitive about it that I won't get into, but I would rather do it sooner than later. I would like to shoot it by next summer, you know.
Mhm.
Anyways, moving on. Snack wraps are back and they suck. It's not the chicken. The chicken tenders are not the same buttermilk like chicken selects, you know. So it's just not the same. Like yeah, sure, they taste like a snack wrap, but the chicken
Well,
is the thing that you're getting them for, and they're not the same.
because so the first time we tried recording this, you mentioned like you think that they're like
There's
lab
rumors
grown.
that they're like lab grown chicken strips, man,
Well, that's the thing.
because they
Like,
do taste weird.
are, so okay, I don't know if lab grown. Well, why would lab grown taste different? Is it because of like what's actually
Um,
being like used to
because
grow
when you
the
you got to think about it, like chickens are actually like, you know, fed specific diets, and like, you know, there's all kinds of things that have to do with like I mean, it's just like Wagyu beef, where they're like, they do all these things to make the meat special. The same thing applies to like chickens, like
But I
how
thought that
much
was a
like fat
texture
they
thing,
have,
not
and
not not a. Well, I don't know. Here's the other thing though, right? If it
it's texture
was
and flavor.
if it was lab grown, wouldn't they have to like disclose that?
No, because there's no laws for it yet. I don't think.
Huh. I don't know. My only thing is that I because I haven't had the chicken selects like I hadn't had them very often as a kid, but they haven't had them since I was a kid. So it's not like I can go back and be
They
like,
were
oh,
so good, man. They
I
were. I
I've
can
always
still taste them.
been
It's been 9 years.
a McDonald's nugget guy because the thing is like I don't know what it is, but like if you compare like Tyson nuggets to like Burger King nuggets or something like that, like they have like a certain kind of breading to them where it's like a darker, more like orangey color, right? For the
Yeah.
breading. And when you go to McDonald's, it's more of like a golden color, right? And
Mm.
I don't know what the difference is as far as like what the actual breading is made of, but I like McDonald's nuggets are so much better as far as the texture and the taste. And it's like when you go to like Burger King or something like that, like you can tell the nuggets are frozen.
Yeah, I think the one thing that McDonald's deserves more credit for is how consistent they are. Like, I think out of all the fast food places that you go to, like, it doesn't matter if you're traveling and you stop in the middle of nowhere or whatever it is, like McDonald's always tastes the same.
Uh
Sometimes you can obviously tell that like the food's been sitting out on a warmer for a while, and so it's like not
well,
fresh.
yeah,
But it always tastes pretty
dude.
much the same.
So there was a McDonald's that I went to. This is why I haven't gone to McDonald's since I pretty much since I got here. Like I went the first week that I was here, and then after that I haven't gone since. I went to this McDonald's that was on it was like on the corner of a highway, and I or like to the entrance up to a highway. And I go to it, and I remember like on the app it said that you can get a basket of fries, and I was like, something's off about this place, right?
Oh, they do that here. You can get baskets of fries
Yeah,
here.
but with it wasn't a thing.
When I was in San Francisco, they had a basket of Parmesan garlic fries. They were really good. And I had a McDonald's near my first apartment, so I would go to it all the time.
Well, like Arizona didn't really have that too often though. Like I didn't really see that, right? And so I go to
Yeah.
this one, and I'm thinking like, oh, like maybe this is like a little bit more of a high quality establishment. No, dude, it sucked. Like the something about the nuggets just tasted weird. They had like a different texture to them. I remember the dude when he gave me the food, like he
He like stares at you,
I
like
could
see if you
no
tried
no
it.
I could I could tell he was speaking English. I just couldn't understand him. Like I
Gonna eat it?
well, but like it was like they had a they stop it so knock it up dude.
Go ahead, try it.
Stop. um, but it like
Try it.
you know when you go to McDonald's, if you use the app they have like a thing where you can pick a spot to park in and they'll bring it to you. They
Try it.
stop. um, they so I pick a spot, but like they didn't have any signs out for like what spot you were in, so I had to kind of guess. And then they brought the food to me. Like I said, the guy was just kind of like I couldn't understand what he said, and so like so there's something which is off about the vibe of this place. I remember like after I got to McDonald's, I was like, I wasted $10 on this place. Like why did I do that? I was you ever just regret getting food from somewhere? Like you're like, well, there's just $10 I just burned. Like that's what that experience is like, and I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just
The
McDonald's here
worst
or what.
feeling, the worst feeling is when you like drive really far to get something and then you get back and you're like, I should have checked the damn bag. They're missing a bunch of stuff.
So, dude, I will say, Olive Garden,
I always check now.
Olive Garden used to give me such a freaking hard time, but meat sauce on lasagna frita or like just missing food, right? And
But this one you go to now is good.
I don't even have to go there, dude. They have a thing, and I'm sure I mentioned this before. Use code OG delivers on Olive Garden to get free delivery.
Oh, gee, delivers.
And so when I order my Olive Garden, it's
Yeah.
consistent. It's great.
Nice.
And it's like $30, but it's so freaking good. Like it's so
Yeah,
good.
see,
Dude.
that's the reason why we don't go to Olive Garden anymore is because we have Matucci's here, and that's like fresh Like they like make the food there, like they make the pasta and stuff, and it's the same price.
Do they have
You know what I
lasagna
mean?
Fritos?
So, dude, they have these mozzarella sticks that are like this big, and their marinara sauce, it tastes like lasagna Frita, like the combination of stuff. And they have fried ravioli too. So yeah,
Hmm.
you could essentially get
Well,
what tastes like
I don't.
lasagna Frita on steroids.
I think you can get fried
You can
ravioli.
ask for a side of Alfredo sauce too if you really wanted that
I
combination, you know?
I think you can get fried ravioli at Olive Garden. I just don't get it because I don't know if I'd want fried ravioli.
But it's one of those things where it's good. That's essentially what lasagna Frita is. It's fried noodle, you know, with
Yeah, but
cheese
no,
stuffed into it.
but lasagna
It's the
Frita
same
is
cheese.
fried. It's doesn't lasagna use ricotta?
I'm pretty sure that they put like mozzarella and like a mixture of mozzarella and ricotta in that roll of lasagna Frita, dude.
Right. And is lasagna a different kind of pasta as far as like what it's
It's
actually made of?
just the shape. Like all the pasta's the same. It's just they have different names for the shapes and stuff. So like that's like a lasagna sheet rolled
You
up.
ever thought of, yeah, you remember Benchwarmers where he's like, what is steroids? He goes, oh, it's something they put in macaroni to make your pee pee smaller. And he's like,
Yeah.
or no, not macaroni. It was was
He's like,
it's
something that it's like it's stuff you take and it makes your pee pee smaller. And he goes, there must be steroids in macaroni.
What's his name? The man, David Spade. He looks at like the guy that plays Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know what that guy's name is, but he looks at him and he's just like, he's just like, oh, I don't need to know that. Like, dude, that movie is so off the walls, man.
Yeah, Benchwarmers is crazy. And I think they made a second one, but, like nobody's seen it. It's like a really low budget one or something.
I didn't know that.
I think. Maybe wrong about that. Um, did you want to talk about the Burger King thing briefly, or are you good?
Dude, Burger King's nuggets suck.
Okay, but you.
But they had no chicken fries. I'm getting chicken fries from there like crazy lately, and they didn't have chicken fries this last time that I went, and they gave me nuggets, and texture's fine. But I'm pretty sure I got scammed because I paid $10 for these chicken fries, and they gave me like probably like $5 worth of nuggets. And like they were just no seasoning at all whatsoever. Like it was like I went home and once again I regretted it. And I went on my lunch break too, which is like the worst part. Like I go there and I'm in a rush and they do this to me and I'm like, I should have just not done this. I should have just gone somewhere else, dude. So, I don't care how cheap Burger King's nuggets are. Don't get them, dude. It's a waste of money. Like I think you can get like some this guy, some McDonald's, they will do 20
Oh,
piece.
that was such a bad picture.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. They'll do 20. What?
I don't doubt it. It's so mean.
20-piece nuggets for like $5 sometimes. You go to McDonald's. I'd much rather do that. But
Yeah.
but Burger King's nuggets they're just awful, dude. Don't ever do Burger King nuggets. This guy's doing poses for freaking G Fuel pictures.
Hell yeah,
none of
dude.
our
We're recording the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Shameless, bro.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
I don't know. I said Burger King nuggets are
Okay,
bad like 80 different ways, man.
Yeah, no. Speaking of G Fuel, since you know just cracked one open. G Fuel just brought back Pink Drip. I recommend that flavor.
Was that
It's
the
great.
one that's like it's like a pink starburst?
The Pink Starburst, yeah, really good.
What is the origin of that name?
It's like
Pink
hype
Drip.
sauce, you know.
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah, it's just G Fuel being very
G Fuel,
creative with their names.
Pink Drip.
They have great names for stuff. Sour Blue Chug Rug is like probably the most overhyped flavor.
It rolls off the tongue so well, though.
Well, Phase Rug, you know, it's just like genius. Whoever came up with that.
I still think
That's probably responsible for like how many people know about G Fuels because of Sour Blue Chug Rug, you know?
you really think so?
You think about it. Yeah.
Is that really the most?
That
That's the
you
most
don't forget that name. You know what I mean?
What is their most popular flavor though? I've never even thought about that. Is it sour blue chocolate?
That's definitely one of them. I know PewDiePie is really popular.
Yeah.
Hype sauce is popular. Watermelon
Well,
limeade, I plug that one all the time.
hype sauce is really freaking good because they have hype sauce and then there were shiny splashes. They're like complementary to each other. Where like one of them is just it's like raspberry. Is it raspberry? Is it lemonade? Is that what it's supposed to be? Raspberry lemonade.
Yeah,
And then shiny splash is blue raspberry lemonade. And so
blueberry lemonade.
is it blueberry?
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, blueberry. We had a whole discussion about this. I remember a long time ago. We got in a whole argument because you said it
Why
was.
is she screaming?
I remember we had a whole argument talking about blue raspberry versus raspberry and how they're basically the same flavor.
They're not though.
They are. Do you know the origin?
They're not.
Do you
They
know?
taste different.
Do you know the origin of blue raspberry?
Go ahead, tell us.
Okay, so what color is a raspberry? Like red, right?
Yeah,
Right. Well,
like a
you have
pinkish red. Yeah.
yeah. Well, you already have strawberry and you already have cherry, which are or you can do red or pink for either of those, right? So what color are you gonna do for raspberry? You go, oh well, like if you don't have cherry, then you could do pink or
Well, the
red or
thing is
whatever.
blue raspberry is not a real thing.
It's not a real thing. So they were like, okay, well let's just make it blue. Like it's the only color we're not using. Most of the time they're not gonna do blueberry as a flavor, right? So they
It
did do.
does taste different though than normal
I
raspberry.
I mean,
I guarantee you.
I've heard that nowadays if they do have raspberry and blue raspberry in the same thing, blue raspberry is supposed to be a more sour version of raspberry.
Hmm.
I have heard that,
And
but
it almost has like a blueberry tartness to it.
but originally blue raspberry it was just raspberry but blue. That's literally what it was.
Yeah, but we live in 2025 and they're not the same, Chris. They're not.
I quit.
Have blue eyes side by side with just isn't there like just a straight up raspberry flavor? Maybe not. Maybe the blue maybe if you did it side by side, blue ice with the uh the old Summit flavor, the raspberry creamsicle, you would taste the difference in the raspberry.
I I don't know.
I think
mean,
you would.
I don't. I think it's a placebo, but
I don't. I think that there's definitely like a difference in the sweetness and like I think regular raspberry definitely has like a I don't know, there's something about it where it's I definitely whenever there's like raspberry lemonade at a restaurant, I'm like, "Ooh, that sounds good." You know? But like if they were like, "Would you like a blue raspberry?" I'd be like, I don't want something to taste like candy right now. That's what it is. Blue raspberry tastes more like candy
well, that's
than
because
fruit.
they usually color it blue when it's in a pack of candy like Skittles or freaking
It
gummy
tastes
bears or
different
something
though,
like
man.
that.
It 100% tastes different.
The
It is a
schnozberries taste like
sweeter.
schnozberries. Well, like
It's literally a made up flavor though. It tastes different.
That's what I'm saying. It's they call it blue raspberry because it's raspberries aren't blue, but that was the
Yeah,
only
no,
color
it's
they
essentially
had
a
left.
candy flavor. I mean, they could do green raspberry.
Yeah, but they didn't because lime and they could do green for watermelon in some cases.
But
Even though
they
it's
they
usually,
didn't do it because blue raspberry took off and became such a popular thing. It's like the number one hard candy flavor, you know? Like
I feel like, wait, really?
I feel like any kind of like you remember like the stick the I was gonna say dipstick. The little like the what are they called? The fun dips. You know, like that's like
Dipstick?
always blue raspberry like lollipops.
I know.
Anytime it's like a sour thing, you know.
What'd you get for
Always blue
Halloween?
raspberry.
Oh yeah, I got some lollipops. Oh, I got a Snickers. Oh, I got a dipstick.
Big ass metal thing. um oh man.
Bottom line,
Anyways,
go get some G
use
Fuel,
G Fuel code Danny D
D.
for 20% off your G Fuel. They just announced a raspberry flavor. It's a sorry, maybe it's not raspberry. It's a apple dragon fruit is coming. That's what they announced.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. They got a bunch of flavors coming. Right now they're doing a candy sale. It's like the candy shop sale where the tubs are they're $30, and then my code Stacks gets another 20% off. So you can get pink drip for like I think $26 or something, $25. Yeah, dragon fruit apple is coming. Called Epic Encore. It's gonna be good. Um,
What is
let
it?
me
What is
see.
it supposed to be for? Do you have any idea?
It's that Miku, um,
Uh,
some I think it's like a Japanese artist.
I think she's supposed to be like like I think the idea behind it. Do you remember Max Headroom?
Sounds familiar.
That's the Coca-Cola like AI mascot from like the 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it was Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's supposed to be like that, where it's supposed to be like an AI character, but they're not actually AI. Like the character, the lore is that they're an AI. Like that's that's what the story is behind them. But they're just they're made by a person. Like it's not actually AI. It's a whole thing.
yeah.
But
Dude, they have you can get they have a gummy bundle right now. You get a 30 tub serving of Sonic Peach rings, a 40 serving tub of gummy sharks and raging gummy fish. 77.99 for those three, but then if you add code Danny D, it takes another 20% off. That is a good deal, guys. Get that. The gummy pack. That's good. Those are all good. It's Sonic Peach rings. Every time I have it, I'm like, they fucking nailed it, man. It tastes like one of those bags of peach rings, but without all the
I will
freaking
say
sugar.
the can definitely tastes different from the powder though. That's definitely one where
Yeah,
you
no,
notice it.
I think the cans they tend to have more of a they like emulate stuff better. Like the gummy I don't know how to explain it because it's been so long since I've had one. I don't think they've been in
Well,
stock for a while. But the Raging Gummy Fish, it almost like tricks you into thinking that there's like a stickiness to it. You
yes,
know?
yes. Well,
Yeah.
the what was one that Sheets had? That one was like that too, dude.
Um, God, what was it? Because I know they had the blueberry muffin, and that was weird. It tasted like a bran muffin, but still, it was like it tastes like a muffin.
Was
It's
it
crazy.
red
The
licorice?
yeah, yeah, that licorice one was crazy because it literally tasted like I let a freaking like I cut up some freaking red vines and let it just like dissolve in my mouth. You
Well,
know,
and
it literally had a stickiness to it.
I think that's genuinely just like a thing with cans though, because we talked about this
It's
before.
on purpose for sure. It's
Well,
on purpose for
I
sure.
don't even think it's necessarily a G Fuel thing. I think G Fuel's really good at it. But like Baja Blast, if you get it in a freaking plastic bottle, it tastes like garbage. You get it in a can, it tastes
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Well,
I'm just saying.
the Sonic peach rings, it went like the aftertaste. It almost tastes like you got there's like little explosions of those like the little crystals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get that. It's and I posted about what is G Fuel the other day, and I got some like backlash, I guess, because I said that it was natural energy, and it's because their energy complex doesn't use any artificial ingredients. But there is like a list that says other ingredients, and it's like the dyes and stuff, obviously. But the cans don't have any of that. They don't have any dyes. The cans are clear.
Yeah.
But the whole point that I was making is if you go to the store and get a can of Monster and put it side by side with a G Fuel tub, the can of Monster, like half of it, you can't pronounce the shit in it. You know what I mean? It's like literally like jet fuel. It's awful. Whereas
Jesus
like G
Christ.
Fuel, you can pronounce it.
I got like an image of someone pouring Monster into a freaking jet engine. It's just all.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. And then the other thing was like, I said that that it doesn't give you a crash because, like I said, unless I like deliberately like abuse the caffeine, I don't get a crash from it. And somebody was like, "That's not true. I've definitely gotten a crash from it. Like, I'm having to like," and I'm like, "Dude, that sounds like you abuse caffeine. Take a tolerance break. Like, that's not
Yeah.
good.
Well,
You're gonna like take years off your life by abusing your heart by because I mean, the average daily recommended amount, safe recommended amount of caffeine is 400 milligrams, and
Oh,
there's
really?
people by noon. It's based off weight, so I think for me, it's like as long as I stay below 450, I'm technically fine. But you get the side effects where like if I don't have caffeine by like 3 in the afternoon, I might get a headache. But that's because the caffeine receptors are like, what the hell? We usually have some stimulation here, and it's not happening. Um, The thing though is that like I mean I've seen people and it's like they have those tall like 24-ounce monsters and they drink like 3 of those by noon. And it's like, dude, you're having like 700 milligrams of caffeine before noon. That's not good.
Yeah, and then
Like
and then,
that
and then
that
they're like proud of it too. They're
yeah,
like,
no,
dude,
and
I
it's
had three
like
monsters today. It's like,
it's like, dude, what happens if there's like what happens if let's say your car breaks down on the way to work and you have to wait hours for somebody to show up. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna have a headache, all that because you abuse caffeine. And like not only that, caffeine increases your heart rate. And if you don't work out, that can be a bad thing because your heart is like working harder than it should because of stimulants. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So if you're freaking pounding 700 milligrams of caffeine before lunchtime, like
And I will
you
say,
need to like take a break, homie. That's not good.
yeah, and that's something that like I forget a lot is like your heart rate's supposed to be low or low-ish.
Yeah, like a marathon runner has like half the heart rate of somebody who doesn't do
Yeah,
any
your
physical
your your
activity.
heart is not supposed to work hard.
Yeah, whenever people are talking about like a healthy heart rate, they're usually talking about your resting heart rate. Like what is your
Yeah,
heart beat when you're just like sitting on the couch watching a show?
yeah, because
The lower the better.
it's like if you had like a graphics card and it was pulling 300 watts for
Yeah,
you to watch
well
YouTube.
there is a theory that like your heart
Only has so
has
many
it's like
beats.
rated for so many heartbeats, you know? Like it's like it may last this long, but it could only last this long. And so, you know,
average monster drinker at age 30, it's like I'm running on fumes here.
well, dude, I mean, it's not to get too off topic, but it's really interesting to think about like long-term effects on your health, like TRT, for example. You know what I mean? There's a lot of debate on like, is there any negative long-term effects? Which so far it sounds like there's not. It's all about if you take any kind of like exogenous thing and you don't have your diet and like your weight and all that stuff in check, then yeah, there can be issues because your body is essentially like it's like not taking care of your car and like, you know, the oil's dirty and all this shit. Like of course it's not going to last as long, you know what I mean? You're not taking care of it.
Yeah.
um but even if so, it's like, okay, if I'm going to live to be 90, all right, theoretically, and TRT maybe takes like 5 years off of that, but the 85 years that you do get are better because of the TRT. That seems like a good trade-off to me.
Well, I've always I forget who I was talking to about it, but I was like, it's kind of interesting when you work out, right?
Sorry, it would be like 60 years because obviously I didn't start taking it till 29, but
Yeah.
28,
You're
whatever.
you're 9 taking TRT. You're all
By the way,
yeah yeah.
I started hitting the weights again. Oh man, I missed the gym, man.
Um,
So nice.
I was gonna
Feel
say like
better.
I've always wondered like so let's say you work out a lot, right? And the amount of time that you spend in the gym, like the whole idea behind it is, oh well, you'll live longer because you're in shape and this and that. But if you take the amount of time that you spend in the gym and the amount of time that you like the amount of time that you get added to your life because you work out, does it balance out or is there like a ratio? Like how does that?
Again, quality of life thing. Do you want to be like 60 years old and like just getting up out of a chair, your freaking hip blows out because you're like you just don't because um so for example, men, right? They say at age 30, like every year, your testosterone naturally goes down by like, you know, 2% or something like that. So by the time you're like 70, it's like you're barely getting any testosterone at that point. And like that obviously leads to like, you know, poor quality of life. It's the same thing with working out. Like even just work like lifting weights once a week is so good for you because lifting weights is good for bone density. So like you want to be like 60 years old and one bad fall means like life-changing surgery, or do you want to be able to recover really easily because you have good bone density and mobility and stuff? Absolutely take care of yourself. Like go for walks, do a 20-minute walk a day. You know what I mean? That gets your heart rate going a little bit. Like you want to do like a 20-minute walk where it's like if I don't speed up a little bit, I'm gonna be late kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be like freaking like slow jogging, but
Yeah.
I mean that's good too. But you know, push your heart a little bit. But like I said, lifting weights like once a week, where it's just like take some dumbbells and do some stuff. So good for you. And like, I mean, you look at all the people who are like super old, like Justin Peach, the guy that's in Hunters. I remember when I first read the script, I was like, and this old guy, like, he definitely like does some stuff here where it's, is it believable? And then I like talk to him and he's like a triathlete and shit. And he's like 63 and
Jesus.
and I don't think I could do a triathlon right now. You know what I mean?
I
You have to
definitely couldn't.
swim like half a mile. Like, fuck, man. He's like he looks great for 63. Like, yeah, he's got gray hair, but I like he's fit, he's healthy, and like doesn't have like health issues like that where people are like, yeah, like I was getting out of bed and I slipped and busted my hip, and I'm freaking in a wheelchair for a week because
Why
I
why are
can't
you
move.
limping? Yeah, I got out of bed today.
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to have knee surgery at some point, just because the Coast Guard, I abused the shit out of them. I was always on my knees working on the helicopter, or like bringing the
you
basket
you,
in with
you
like and hitting my knees. But
so would knee pads help with that?
so the thing was, is they issued us knee pads, but they made you slide around. And when I'm bringing in a basket that has somebody who weighs like 100 pounds more than me, I'm the thing that's gonna slide, not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it. I couldn't hoist with knee pads because I weigh so little.
That's that's the
And
thing. That's like I get it's different with like the government because like they're kind of just like you get what you get. But I think like
well,
in the private sector, if you say something like that, they're like, oh, we'll fix it. Like that's such a weird thing
they
about it.
if I was gonna stay in, what I was thinking about is the dry suits themselves had like a sleeve in the knees, and they had special knee pads that you order, but it wasn't like a normal thing. I don't know if it was because they didn't have like a contract with the company anymore or whatever it was, but like that having them like inside and like the material that's on the outside being what like helps grip you on that, because it was like a really like smooth deck that you were like on. I think that would have helped. But the knee pads they issued us sucked, man. They were huge, bulky. They made it harder to move, and then I would slide around. So I was just like, it's unsafe for me to use them.
You know, somebody at work calls knee pads
But
dinner slippers.
what the hell? I don't get that. What dinner slippers?
I want you to just don't. I want you to think about it and just let it marinate in your brain. You'll figure it out.
It'll probably like we'll be like about to finish and be like, oh no. Join our
Dinner
Discord.
slippers.
We had an absolute like explosion. I think we had like
Yeah,
40 people join in like a 72
yeah.
hour period. So it's really cool to see all the new people in there. I have been doing giveaways for people who are just in the Discord. So like you don't have to be subscribed to the Patreon. They
The
are more
normie
rare,
giveaways.
but I'll probably do one when we hit 200 members, which I think we're like 20 away from or something.
Dang.
So yeah, join our Discord. It's free. Cool Ranch Corner Discord. The link's in the bio here. And then our Patreon, it is $1, and that gets you access to the special giveaways in the Discord that nobody else does. That gets you 24-hour early access to the podcast and the ability to ask a question every week. And right now there's few enough people that like everybody's question gets answered.
Yeah,
But
to an extent.
yeah, pretty much, unless it's been asked before.
Yeah.
Um, we also do gaming sessions. I think next week. We did a hangout last time, and that was really fun. I think I might alternate where it's like a gaming session, a hangout, a gaming session, a hangout. So if you want to hang out and chat with me, maybe sometimes Chris, we'll see. Come join the Patreon for $1. Like there's so much value here for $1 a month. I think if you subscribe to the whole year, it's $10.
Oh yeah, 'cause
ten
they do a
bucks, and you
discount
get to
on
hang out with
Patreon,
us every other week, and get early access to the
yeah.
podcast.
I will
There's-
say, I usually like as far as on the Discord, I talk to the patrons a lot more because it's a much more tight knit community. So
Yeah.
definitely, like if you're more
I've been
about
sharing film stuff with the patrons before anybody else.
also like I mean when it comes to like adding emotes, like I usually listen to the patrons because they know the inside jokes. They know what
Yeah.
everybody dude, the freaking sounds that we have on there. They're from like when we first started doing the hangouts, like the
Yeah.
like, ooh, about
I
to make a
have
name for myself.
nothing.
Oh, yeah, the I have
Yeah.
nothing, or the farts.
Um, I shared a demo track of the score with
Yeah,
like the producers, you know, like there's I really try to make it worth the money. Like you guys, the people that if you're a patron and you're listening to this, like you literally keep this podcast going. So thank you for your support. Um, come join us. It is such a fun little community and it's growing. And I think over time you're really gonna see like it's almost like you're building a town, you know, and like the people are like, you know, every once in a while they come out of their house and like, what's going on, neighbors? You know, like
yeah,
that's what it feels like. It's so
yeah.
cool,
Like I
man.
said, it's a very tight knit
It,
community. Yeah,
bad apples get sorted out real quick,
dude,
man.
dude.
People they don't put up with
I
bullshit.
okay. I literally I'm sure everyone who was part of the situation is like they
We don't
remember
have to
this.
get into that.
Well, I was gonna say I've had to ban some people before because
I have to.
yeah, the patrons they will catch on to that stuff. They will find out who
Yeah,
does
they
not
don't
need to
take
be
any
there.
disrespect.
Yeah,
Like they'll be like, dude, that's crossing a line. Like, and
yeah,
then people will just be like, mods,
yeah.
get him out of here. It's like that. You remember that Trump rally where the guy and he's like, get him out of here.
Oh yeah,
And then they like haul him off. He's like, we don't want you here.
yeah.
Like, damn.
It's
Oh man.
it's a self-correcting system for sure.
Yeah, I definitely like it's supposed to be an environment where everybody feels respected and like they can share whatever it is that they're currently doing and there's no judgment. And so when somebody's like judgmental or just an asshole, yeah, we don't tolerate that.
Yeah.
Although I will say I feel like that's more of an issue with the general chat than it is like the patrons and the producers and stuff,
Just
you
some
know.
knucklehead
Definitely
coming in
just
there. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, join us. We'd love to have you. We went on. We talked about that for a while. One of the benefits that you get for being a tier 3 and a tier 4 member is access to the US only G Fuel tub giveaway every month and the international tub giveaway. I know that there's some countries where G Fuel does not ship to. I do. So if you want a chance to try G Fuel and you live in like freaking Botswana or something,
Rwanda or something.
oh my god.
What do we
Anyways,
got?
this month's physical media giveaway is a copy of Jurassic World on Blu-ray and DVD. And that is going to King Testy.
Testy.
Hell yeah. And then for our US only giveaway, we have a tub of Devil Hunter, which is the Rick and Morty reskin. It is strawberry limeade. And that is going to a new member, Scout Team Pants.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I don't recognize that name, so welcome to the patron group. We appreciate you joining.
Yeah, welcome. And then Isaiah Nichols rejoined as a tier 6 associate producer. And so thank you for your very generous support, Isaiah. Thanks for being a producer. I have Shoryuken Surge. This is cherry limeade, one of my favorite flavors of all time. Isaiah, congratulations. So, like I said, if you want to win some free shit, join the Patreon. All right. Next up, we're going to answer some questions. Like I said, if you're a member of the Patreon for just $1, you can ask a question. Testy says rank the Kingsman movies. We just did that like 2 episodes ago. I feel like
have we done it? Like I think we've done it. Yeah. Recently.
I'm going 1, 3, 2. Best to worst.
I think mine was
I think
3, 1, 2. Because I haven't seen the second one, so it was like I know I liked the third one the best.
Yeah. The second one just there's something missing from it. It just doesn't feel as fun.
It's interesting though because I'm sure I brought it up last time, but like the Elton John thing, like
That's
that
funny.
gets
Yeah.
brought up so
Rocket
often
Man.
because I think that might be like the peak of that movie, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Where he just like in the
Yeah.
music, Rocket Man. Nikki asks, what was your go-to game when you were growing up? I think Burnout 3.
Oh, like that was when you were like really
That,
young, right?
yeah,
That's when you had the
that was like
PS2.
really into gaming when I first really like my first console experience, PlayStation 2. I would say Burnout 3. If we're talking like handheld Game Boy, then Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. That was my go-to.
I played a lot
Played
of
the shit out of
Minecraft
that.
growing up.
I
Tons
would
of Minecraft.
genuinely play that again if I could right now. Get a Game
Um,
Boy just to play that.
Minecraft, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga was a big one. That was my first Xbox
Call of
game.
Duty. Call of Duty was always like a go-to once I hit middle school.
Um,
Medal of Honor Airborne, very underrated game.
yeah, well, that like as far as like the PS2 stuff, it's this thing though. Like the
I
PS2
think
was like
Medal of
all
Honor
I played.
Airborne is secretly, if not responsible, it's an influence for Battle Royale because that was like one of the first shooters where you could parachute in.
Oh, Airborne's the oh. I
Yeah.
was thinking of like the PS2 games, dude.
Dude, Medal of Honor Airborne was so funny because like the German soldiers in it were like so aggressive. Like if you were like out of ammo and you're like, oh shit, and then like you would start like punching each other back and forth, like you know, it was so crazy, and the punch noise is like, you know,
Yeah, dude, I remember like when Xbox 360 had like they would do like free games. Like there was a game that like one of my best friends and I played
games
a
with
lot.
gold.
I see. I know that was big thing. Like they had it was Crackdown. Was it Crackdown 2 or something like
Yeah, the
that?
first Crackdown's great. The other one's not so much.
Well, the Crackdown that I played was like super fun. I remember you could just run around this whole city and you could like run into somebody and they would just fly off a building. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
like
essentially like upgrade your like superhuman abilities, so you can
um
like jump really high and
and then
gain strength and all
there
that.
was just cause or just cause
Just
I guess
cause. I
just
never
cause.
got into those.
Well, dude, you know what bugged me about those games? The subtitles always have like awful grammar. Like every single one is like that.
Really?
They'll get
Is it
like
like on purpose?
no. I think that whoever does the subtitles just sucks. Like I
Man, who's
think
doing the quality control?
well, because like
um,
Fallout's had like errors in their subtitles before, but they usually update. They'll after they update the game, like they'll correct it. But like these errors were in the game like years after it had come out. Like they just never fixed it.
hmm.
Like egregious errors were like the protagonist's name was spelled wrong.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Thank you, Testy and Nikki, for your questions. Scout Team Pants says, "What are your thoughts on the new Smurfs movie?" I don't give a shit about the Smurfs movie, man. I don't like those movies. I haven't watched those movies. Like to me, it's like I don't know. Like it seems like this new one is pretty universally like frowned upon. People are just like, gosh, like just reboot this shit or don't even
Well,
bother. Like nobody
my
wants
other
it.
thing is it's like who what child that was born within the last like 15 years cares about freaking the Smurfs?
Exactly. Like I don't know.
Like I understand
It just seems like
Scooby
a cash
Doo.
grab franchise, you know?
Scooby Doo I kind of get.
I'm really surprised they haven't like redone the Scooby Doo live action thing because there's definitely an audience for that. I think
They
it's just
have.
because people will be upset if they not like with a big budget. I mean,
I would agree with that. They've
you know
done it like
James
twice.
Gunn wrote those?
The originals?
Yeah, the live action ones with like what's his face from Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. From
Wow.
Scream. I can't the one who plays Shaggy. Anyways, he wrote the original screenplay for the first one and then it got
Was
rewritten.
it? Is it?
And
Is
then the
it
second one he straight up wrote.
Matthew something?
Matthew Lillard,
Okay,
I think. Yeah.
that sounds right.
He's so good as Shaggy, by the way. Like, holy crap.
That's
You
not
know?
all he's done,
It's like
but
no, but that's like perfect casting for sure.
um,
Great casting.
yeah. Well, because the thing I think of from those movies, because there's multiple, right? I think Fred like he's talking on the news and they ask him some question, and he's like, "I'm not gonna say that. You're trying to get me to say that I think Coolsville sucks." And then he's like, "Oh crap! I should have said that." And then like cuts later, and he's watching the news, and they edited it. And
Coolsville
says, "No, I
sucks.
think Coolsville sucks."
And they're like, and dad, was it Velma's like, I don't think Fred should be doing the news anymore. What
I think Coolsville sucks.
that I think James Gunn definitely leaned into the idea that like Shaggy and Scooby are stoners, because like that first one, when they're like on the beach, right after they had their falling out, and it like cuts to show where they all are, and they get invited to that freaking Voodoo Island or whatever it is. What is the island called? And whatever, you know what I'm talking about, right? The Spooky Island, right?
I don't know. What are you asking me for?
Anyways, obviously I need to rewatch these, but they're on the beach in the van, right? Like Scooby and Shaggy, and they're like grilling inside the van, and there's like a little top
they're,
vent
like,
open
basically
for the smoke to go
hotboxing?
out. Yeah, but when they open the doors, so much smoke comes out that it's like they have to be hotboxing. Yeah, like
Well,
it's very implied, you know. Like
but I think
I think that's so cool, though.
that it's James Gunn.
No, I think it's so cool that like something that's like a family-friendly kid property has like subtly implied like
Well,
mature things, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it's such a hard thing to get just right, like a good balance.
Yeah, well,
for
it
example,
makes sense because
the
like
the
when did Scooby Doo? Yeah,
what like the original Scooby Doo?
like I'm pretty sure it was like the 70s, right? Which is like the height of
60s or
stonerism.
70s, probably 70s.
69 was when it was created. So yeah, it's like it's like right during like Reefer Madness.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like it's obvious. Like when you go back, like they're always hungry. They always have the freaking munchies.
Yeah, they always got the munchies. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
100%, man.
Well, because
100% implied stoners.
for example, like How I Met Your Mother. I think whenever they talk about weed, they're like, "Oh, yeah, we were having sandwiches."
The way that Shaggy talks, like, oh, gee, Williker Scoob, like,
So you want one,
like, man.
one that like when you go back and look at it, you're like, "Oh, duh." So you didn't watch this show because you were too old, like when it actually started becoming popular. But regular show, that's the one where it's Mordecai and Rigby. It's the blue jay and the freaking raccoon.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know of it. I saw some of it. Yeah.
that was based off of like some like a project that J.G. Quintel, the guy who made the show, did for college, where like two dudes in a gas station get high, like on acid, on Halloween night.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and so they start morphing into these different characters, and it's the characters from the show. And a cop comes in while they're high, and they start freaking out. Right? Like that's what it's based off of. Well,
Okay, sorry.
The thing is, like, the guy who made the show, like, there's times where, like, for example, Cartoon Network, like, that's generally seen as a kids network, right?
Yeah.
But, like, there's times where Mordecai's like, "You pissed me off," is like literally what he says in the show, right? And I was like, as a kid, I was like, "Whoa, that's so crazy." He said the word "piss," right? Like, that's really not that bad of a cuss word, but like they said it on a kids network, like that was kind of crazy, right? And one of the things they did a lot is they would be drinking soda like all the time. Well, if you go back and look at it, it's like that's very clearly they were drinking beer, like that's what they were doing. Like that's
Well, if you go back and watch the old Scooby-Doo like cartoons from like the 70s,
yeah.
the ones that I was watching when I was a kid, there are literal times where like a ghost walks past and Shaggy's like this. He's like,
Yeah, where it's like,
and it's
eyes
like,
are
bro is
red,
stoned.
Yeah.
It's so stoned.
Well, and like SpongeBob has also had that. I mean, there's times where it's been egregious. Like for example, like I think he has like some bars of soap. He's like, 2 gold doubloons, don't drop them. But it's like, whoa,
Whoa. Have you do you remember Super 8?
Yeah.
The J.J. Abrams one?
Yeah.
There's the stoner in that one, and they're like it's like the third act of the movie, and they're like using this the sister's like stoner boyfriend to like drive them places, right? Because they don't have a car, and like they go and do something, and they come back, and they're like they hop in the car, and they're like, bro, come on, we gotta go. And he's just like, and they're like, he's too stoned, and then leave.
He's just out.
Like, I think that's PG-13, right? But it's
I
just
don't
like,
know.
he's too stoned.
You made me randomly think of this is a random tangent, but the guy that works at
Yeah,
the
it's
video
PG-13.
the guy that works at the video store in Stranger Things. I don't remember what the actor's name is, but I've been sending you videos of him.
Oh, he's hilarious, dude.
I don't know what it is.
I want to
but
cast him at something.
Suddenly he's been posting on Instagram and TikTok, like doing these skits, and I just want to say,
Yeah, his
hila-
comedic timing's great.
he's hilarious. The freaking like have you seen the one where I think I sent it to you where the guy's like walking through Starbucks. And
He's at a Target.
Yeah,
A Target, Starbucks.
Make those creamy drinks for me, Daddy, or something like that. And then he's like,
And they're like, get
by,
out of here.
he's like,
And he
"Welcome
turns
to
around, he's
Target."
like, hi, welcome to
He's
Target.
like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Like, yeah. He's hilarious. And like we're I'll talk about it later. We're rewatching Stranger Things, and in season 2, he's like the guy who works at the arcade. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
it's
great.
an arcade. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a video store. I swear it was a video store.
The 3rd season, it's the video store. He
Okay.
works there. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
like the
but-
one who got them the job.
Because
Got Steve the job.
The thing is, like, I have no idea how old that guy is, but he's been doing that same role for like
He
20
looks the
years,
same.
dude. I
He
know.
looks the same.
Like, well, because that's the thing. He's like that one actor that was in. I think he was in like Maze Runner, and he did the voice. He was the voice actor for freaking Ferb from Phineas and Ferb. Dude looks like he's 12 and has always looked like that. Like that's the thing. Those like the actors that have always looked the same. That must be so nice because on one hand, it does suck that you get like typecasted, but also like people will always recognize you. Like you always look
Yeah.
the same. You can always be recognized.
I think he just needs the right role, you know, and
Yeah.
he'll like take off a little bit. Anyways, thank you for your question. I don't know how the Smurfs led to all that, but thank you, Scout Team. Cal asks, did you ever pull any funny pranks or dares on each other growing up? Any regrets or nah? I mean, we used to fuck with each other all the time, but
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, and I rant about this all the freaking time. There'd be times where I'd be getting ready for school. This is when you were in high school. I'd be getting ready for school. I'd be in the freaking shower, and you would pick the freaking lock to take a dump.
yeah. And you're like, sorry, dude. And you're like, come on. And I'm like, I gotta go, bro.
Well, the thing is, so we had this freaking shower curtain. It was like a SpongeBob thingy shower curtain, and it had these like port windows, and some of them were
You
opaque.
can see through
but
them.
some of them were transparent. Some sitting there covering my freaking my junk.
I'm like, don't come out here,
dude,
man.
but the thing is, it's like at the end of the day, like on one hand, I do get it because you were in a rush and you had to be at school.
And I didn't want to go right when I got to school.
Well, and you also didn't want to go to mom and dad's room because like one of them was probably getting ready for work, right? So it made sense.
Well, the school bathroom was just like the worst place to be in the morning.
Yeah.
That's where people fucked around before class started.
Yeah, they'd be putting freaking like
Vaping in there and stuff. Yeah.
soap and paper towels and chucking them at the walls, just like
Throwing the trash can at you while you're trying to take a dump in the stall.
Have you seen that one where it's like this big fat dude? He's like sitting on a toilet, like he's kind of like passed out, and they pull the phone like over the stall door, and they're like showing him, and then they turn, and this guy takes the trash can and chucks it over the door, and it lands on the guy, and then they just book it out of the bathroom. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
this is stuff like that, like.
Have you
I
seen the
get
video
it.
where the guy's doing like parkour at a rest stop?
Yeah.
And there's a guy like,
like stuff like that. It's like it's so.
but
Dude, did I ever tell you this story? It's a random thing. Did I ever tell you that story about like there was like two kids with there's no offense to them, but this is literally what happened. Two kids with Down syndrome got caught in the bathroom like doing it in high school. Did I ever tell you about that?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Dude, like that, like high school bathrooms are not the place to go. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, unfortunately,
No.
that is the truth. Awful stuff happens in there. Okay, so I get it. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, picking a lock while I'm taking a shower so you can take a dump.
I wouldn't call that a prank though. That was just desperate times call for desperate measures.
I know, but
I don't
you're
think
over
we
there-
ever did like. I don't think we ever did like traditional pranks on each other.
No, do you guys? I remember like I went to go to the bathroom. I had to pee really bad.
I have
and
to pee really bad right now.
Well, I had to pee really. Dude, I'm laughing. I was laughing so hard I'm lightheaded. I had to pee really bad, and you go in the bathroom, and then I think our sister went in the bathroom and like made me wait, and then I go in there and there's like poop smeared on the toilet. Turns out you guys gotten freaking
Yeah, yeah,
Hershey's
yeah. We
chocolate
put like
syrup.
Hershey. I was gonna mention that. Yeah, we put Hershey chocolate
And you
syrup all
smeared
over
it.
it.
And I remember I was just like, what do I do? But like stuff like that. I mean, I was definitely the one that got pranked the most for sure.
I remember sometimes it'd be like, uh, Amanda would do this to me, and I would do it to you, or back and forth, where it's like purposely not changing out the toilet paper roll when it's empty. Like
Dude, do you
just
remember?
leave with it. Like...
Okay, this is not a prank. This is more just me remember. This is now we're just getting into like bathroom stories. I remember one time I was trying to take a roll of toilet paper out of the bag, and I accidentally knocked like 2 rolls of toilet paper into the toilet. And
Oh,
I was,
and then like you put them back up.
no, I flushed it. Like an idiot, dude. I was like 10. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
so,
remember this.
And I remember like
I remember Dad was like, "What
Dad
the
got
hell?"
so pissed. He thought that I purposely threw toilet paper in the toilet. And it turned out, no, I made a mistake and I didn't know what to do because I wasn't gonna
It's like
fish
flushing
him
a
out.
pillow down the toilet,
Well, because
dude.
what am I? I'm not gonna fish him out of the toilet and like put him in the trash because like that's not only gonna make a mess, but also then I gotta put my hands in the toilet. But like, that's what I should have done. Like I should have just done
Yeah.
that. But I was just too young to understand like that's the proper solution. You
Or
gotta
like
deal with it.
leaving the toilet clogged for the next person.
Dude, well, I had this problem. So I remember SpongeBob. There was this one.
Amanda
scene,
would get so mad.
there was this one episode where Patchy the pirate, like I think the parrot flushed his toilet was in the shower, and so the water got hot. And I was always afraid of that happening. And eventually, I got into the habit of like I'm gonna pee while I'm waiting for the shower to heat up, and I'll flush after I get out of the shower. And at
Yeah.
some point, like because I was so freaking tired, I just forgot to flush. Like someone to go to the bathroom, they're just like, "There's piss in the toilet." Like, or who did this? That's the kind
Who did this?
Who did this?
What kind of sick son of a bitch?
So-
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, any regrets? Nah. Like, I don't think so.
I regret
It's
being
normal
born.
sibling stuff.
But
Um.
yeah.
But yeah, thanks for your question, Cal. That was fun. Tommy Slays asks, he has like a two-parter. He says, the new 5 hashtag things on TikTok, and which do you think is easier, YouTube or TikTok? So the 5 hashtags thing. So essentially, what happened is they just changed it like a couple weeks ago, where you can't use more than 5 hashtags.
Thank God.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing because hashtags are supposed to be for the algorithm to know what
Well-
audience you're trying to target. So if you put like 30, like that's just gonna confuse it. And
The
it
other
fucks
thing
with everybody
is-
else's stuff.
Okay, one thing they need to do is like, I almost honestly, I almost think they need to have like automatically assigned hashtags, because when people are putting freaking hashtags for stuff it's like a trending thing, and
Yeah.
it's completely unrelated. Like someone's like hashtag 5 minutes at Freddy's movie or whatever, and it's a video of them like farting in a cup and then handing it to somebody, and then they're like, "Oh, it smells bad." It's like that's not relevant. Like
No,
the
that's
whole
not Five
point,
Nights at Freddy's.
the
Yeah.
whole, the whole point is, well, that's trending. So if I put that as the hashtag, everybody sees it. It's being pushed because it's a trending hashtag or whatever. That stuff is annoying.
Yeah. Well, I think
but-
once the algorithm knows how you do your content, like messing with anything will actually like ruin your momentum. So I've been using 4 hashtags for years. Like I never use more than 4. If I use 5, it usually like doesn't do as well. Because the algorithm's just like, whoa, this is not, the pattern's
Well,
been broken.
And that's the thing. That's why I almost wonder if it'd be better if it just be like automatically assigned or something.
I just feel like it wouldn't be that good at assigning them though.
Well, I don't know, man. I think if you gave it enough time, it would get good at it. But it's, of course, when it first
Yeah.
starts out, it's not going to be very good.
But which do you think is easier, YouTube or TikTok?
TikTok.
That's tough. I would say TikTok's easier to start for sure, but I think YouTube is more consistent if you schedule your posts.
I think if you were starting YouTube like 10 years ago, or not even 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, it's way easier because like there were
Yeah, people didn't know how to edit. Like the the quality, the standard of quality was not as common. Now it's like you
Well,
have to have like some kind of crazy production value to really
yeah,
stand out long form wise, but short form, I mean,
only certain YouTubers can continue to use their old style and still have like Vsauce. Vsauce posted a video like 2 days ago,
it
exact
was
same style
great.
as usual. It was great. It was a great
Yeah.
video, and everybody was happy to see him back. And it's like literally, it's just because not only is his stuff consistently good, but also like
It was a
it's
creepy one too.
um, it
Talking about like uh mortality,
I wouldn't say
death.
creepy as much
Yeah.
as it was just like deep
Spooky.
and like I don't
It,
know.
it was it was essentially like he take like he starts out talking about like a bag of flour and he's like, this is like how many people are
Yeah,
like a bag and a half of flour is how many people are on the planet right now. This is how many people have ever been on the planet. It's like,
'He's talking about like
25 bags or something. Not as many people as you would think,
he,
you
he was
know?
he was essentially talking about like how
Ghosts.
you'll be remembered and stuff like that, and like at what point you'll be forgotten and how often people are just
Yeah,
forgotten.
it was like if you think about like how you can it's like if you don't do anything memorable or anything I guess special with your life, like then like it's almost like you don't live past your death. And so it's like if you think about it, there's like pictures out there where you were in the background while somebody was taking a photo and it's like that photo is still being shared, so you still live on kind of
Yeah,
thing, like
and
a memory of you.
that's the thing. Like, so for example, and I was thinking about this in the shower, like after I watched that video. Whoever invented the idea of the fastener, like a screw, right, was a freaking genius. What was his
But nobody
name?
knows their name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have no idea who. Meanwhile, the guy who invented the freaking light bulb, which is like one of the simplest inventions ever. Oh, let's put this thing that has a high resistance. Let's just put it between two wires that are pumping electricity through. Oh, that's crazy. It gets really hot. That happens to generate light. Let's just do that.
Mhm.
Like stupid simple, right? Everybody knows his freaking name, right?
Well, if you think about like the founding fathers, and like presidents that are on like money and stuff, like that's pretty crazy to think that like I don't know when they definitely didn't have Lincoln on the $5 bill while he was alive. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, I
crazy
mean,
to think.
and the thing is, like, a lot of people they remember just for being the first person to do it, and it might not even be like all that extravagant of a feat, you know?
Yeah, have you ever heard like the saying? It's like, do you remember the third team that went to the moon? No.
Random, random thing. Did you hear the guy? You know that guy that did the he like basically jumped from space and like
Yeah,
he died.
he died.
He died. He died in a paragliding accident. Was it
Oh,
Felix
jeez,
Baumgartner or something like that?
that sucks.
Yeah, I know. That's yeah.
Sounds like he was doing what he loved though.
Yeah.
Um, Last question. Thank you for those, Tommy. Super Dude 01 asks, since Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out next week, do you think it will be good?
No.
I think it's gonna be my comparison is Grown Ups 2. I think it's gonna be like Grown Ups 2, where it's just like a fun movie, but it's like cameo galore is like the main focus of it. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh cool, like they made so and so that character who's like related to a character from the first movie or something. It's like a lot of that. But yeah, no, I think it's my guess is that the situation is like Adam Sandler has like plans for other movies and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll do those. But first you need to give us something like, with some real nostalgic IP value to it. How about Happy Gilmore 2? And it's like, he's definitely been holding on that one for a long time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all
Well,
right, fine. If I can get these other three movies made, let's do Happy Gilmore 2,
I haven't seen Happy Gilmore since I was like super young.
It's so good, man.
But
It is so good.
is it set up in a way where it makes sense for there to be a sequel, or is it just like
It's like it's the way they're doing it is essentially like, oh, where are these characters now? Oh, look, he has to compete in golf again. It's just like
uh
it's not necessary whatsoever. So
okay?
yeah, we'll see. I hope it's decent.
Well,
I hope it's slightly above average at least,
that's why I'm
but
wondering. Like,
I don't have high hopes.
I don't know how they're gonna do because they greenlit the second Minecraft movie. I don't know how they're gonna do that
Mhm.
because like
Oh, they could do so much with that.
I don't know, because the ending of it, it was like they just returned to their lives.
Yeah, but all they have to do is have a reason to go back, you know?
I guess.
It's like the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, and then like Jumanji, the freaking one with Kevin Hart and The Rock, and you know, like they always have a freaking reason to go back. I think they've done 2 or 3 of those at this point. Um, or they're talking about doing another one. It's just like, how many times are they gonna have to like get stuck in this game and go to the jungle? Um. Anyways, thank you for your guys' questions. Again, if you want to be able to ask a question, join the Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Um, movie talk. Got lots of movie talk this week. You want to talk about trailers or all the other stuff first?
Let's talk about trailers.
All right, trailer talk. So we watched the trailer 2 for Tron Ares, and it looks better. I definitely I'm more on board with it. Chris mentioned he still doesn't know like what's the story, but I mean essentially it looks like Jared Leto is some kind of new AI bot thing that they're using to like, I don't know, fight something.
Yeah, but
And then
it's like
but the Tron world is like bleeding into the
it,
real world.
it almost looks like, oh,
Jeff Bridges is back.
AI goes rogue.
Yeah, something like that.
And I'm like, okay,
But
what's
it looks
special
really
about it?
cool, and the
Yeah,
score
and
sounds
yeah,
cool.
music sounds great, and the visuals are
Nine Inch Nails.
stunning. But yeah.
If you guys didn't know, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are like some of my favorite composers. They do like a lot of David Fincher's films and stuff like that. Usually, like they did Challengers. Usually, it's like, oh wow, that score was amazing, and it's them. Lots of synthy stuff. And then they have a band, Nine Inch Nails, and it's crazy because they have like normal music like you see in the trailer, like it has some vocals to it, but they also release albums, and it's like
Just instrumental
demos, right?
Oh.
And it's mostly instrumentals. And I will literally listen to an instrumental, and I'd be like, "Son of a bitch, this was like the brain. This was like the brainchild of this score in this different project.
Well,
like you could totally trace it back. It's cool."
So random thing. I think didn't some of their music get used for like, I think it was like the Black Ops 7 trailer, wasn't it?
Maybe, I don't know.
So I think it's, yeah. But they don't just do synthy stuff. I think they also do like
I know they did one of the Call of Duties.
I feel like they do more than just synthy
Trent
stuff.
Reznor, I think. Mostly synthy stuff though. It's like their bread and butter. Anyways, yeah. Let us know in the comments, what do you think of Tron Ares? You gonna see it? Mortal Kombat 2 trailer dropped, and it looks fun. I definitely think it looks funner than the first.
I was definitely taken aback by the fact that it's Keith Urban as Johnny Cage.
Carl Urban. Keith Urban. That's like the country singer.
Yeah, sorry. I keep getting confused. Carl Urban. Jesus,
Carl
bro.
Urban.
I think I said Keith Urban earlier when we were talking about it.
It's fine.
And yeah, I didn't even realize that. Keith
Yeah,
Urban.
seems like great. I think he seems like great casting for Johnny Cage. Honestly, I'm surprised.
Like I said, I was surprised, but like, I mean, I don't dislike it. I was like, why did they pick him? Like, it's just very, very surprising to me. But it seems like he's gonna do a good job.
I will watch pretty much anything that he does. I think Carl Urban is like super underappreciated as an actor. He's so good in The Boys.
Yeah, dude.
Oi, Huey.
Well, and I think part of
what is it? Homelander done. What is it? What is it?
Took me bloody son.
Homelander done fucked me wife and took my bloody son. Oi, Huey.
Because the thing is, I think I'm so used to him doing like an accent. Well, because he's from New Zealand, I think is what I saw.
He's so good in Dread. So good in Dread. Apparently, Taika Waititi's doing a new Dread, and I'm like, I don't want that.
What was the last movie that Taika Waititi did? Was it Thor? Love
he
and
did
Thunder?
some soccer movie that nobody watched, like very indie.
I think after Love and Thunder, everyone was like, ooh.
Yeah, he really shit the bed on that. Like,
Ragnarok was so good.
Yeah, Theo was just watching that this morning. I'll get into that later. He's like rewatching. He's watching all the Marvel movies for the first time. Stranger Things 5 trailer. We got like a teaser trailer, and I gotta be honest, like the trailer's good and everything, but like story wise, I'm just like, okay, what is like going on? Like it's
Yeah,
obviously like big and climactic, but I'm just like I don't know. It didn't blow me away like I was hoping. I think like a main trailer will. Like I thought the music choice kind of sucked. It wasn't very like I don't know.
I I don't know. I
I'm just ready for it to come out already
I
and be done.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem is it just took so long, and it's like it's one of those things. It's like Skyrim or Skyrim,
If
the Elder
it
Scrolls.
does not deliver, you know, like if they
It's
can't top the last season, it's gonna be a huge letdown.
it's like
But
the Elder Scrolls where they announced Elder Scrolls 6 like God, I don't know, like five
I don't
years
know if I
ago.
could. I don't know if I could take Millie Bobby Brown seriously anymore. Is the other problem.
I didn't want to say it, but I agree. Um,
Well, it was.
she does the same thing in every freaking season where she screams and then something happens and then
Well,
everything's fine.
just as a person, like, there's been a lot of like scandalous things that have happened. She
Yeah.
had like a shitty boyfriend who like went on Instagram Live and talked a bunch of like talked about some really personal shit. I'm like, what an asshole. But like,
Well,
it also
dude,
made her look bad.
and then I
Um,
think there was a whole thing where people were thinking that like Drake was doing some stuff with her and this and that and like
yeah,
it's
that
just
was really weird.
yeah.
And then the well, he definitely was texting her and giving her like relationship advice while she was underage, which is, like a little
Yeah.
not
But
cool.
Drake's a different
Um,
story. That guy's just
yeah,
weird.
and then but the other thing is like I don't know. There was a lot of talk as she was getting close to turning 18, and it was like that she wasn't going to like flaunt her body and stuff like that. And then immediately she turns 18 and does like some kind of scandalous photo shoot or something. So it's just like I don't know. She seems like a hypocrite. And I just like okay, fine, prove us wrong. Like go do a movie and give like a serious performance.
I
Sadie Sink did it. She did the whale and she was great.
I
Mad Max from freaking Stranger Things.
I always did you call her Mad Max?
That's what they call her, yeah, in season 2. Like
No, I don't remember
that's how
that.
they yeah.
Um, who's the guy who he has that like condition that kind of like I know
Dustin?
Dustin. Yeah, I will say that
I want
guy.
to see him do something, yeah.
Yeah, I like because he seems like such a genuine dude, and like not to mention even seeing that trailer, like I mean he can act, like he
Yeah,
can act.
talk about playing the cards you're dealt, you know?
Yeah,
Like totally
like
just embraced his thing.
yeah, and that guy like genuinely a lot of respect for him. I know, I'm forgetting all their names because I haven't seen the show in forever. Um, but the character that they were hinting at being like gay, I forgot what his name is, but I know
Will.
Will, his actor, uh, like I think that like he was getting like bullied, like
Yeah, no,
yeah,
he
and
he got
that's
involved with some I think it was like Israel Palestine stuff and
yeah, and it's
once
just like
again, I think actors should just stay out of politics, man.
yeah, and so it's like a lot of them. I mean, like yeah, a lot of them just they just get into like, and of course because they're all young, like they're you should being young and being famous, just it's not usually going to
It's
end
usually a
well.
recipe for disaster, yeah.
Um, I mean, like a lot of the actors and actresses who were a little on the older side, not like old, but like they were late teens or maybe early 20s. They turned out well. I mean, look at who plays Steve.
Joe Keery.
Yeah, that guy's got like a whole music career and everything. Like
Yeah, no,
he's
he could totally just like not act anymore and
and
do
and
music.
I will say like there was that trailer they did or not trailer commercial they did for Domino's where he was doing like
Oh
an
yeah,
homage
it
to
was like a
Ferris
Ferris
Day Off.
Bueller. Yeah, it was
And
great.
I was like, dude, he should be in like 80s like style movies like all the time. Like he's perfect for that. And then he was in was it Free Guy or whatever?
Yeah, he
And
was great in
and
that.
he was good in that too. And I was like, okay, like genuinely this guy just like he's good at this. Like he's got it figured out. And I think part of it is because he it seems like he got big after he was done with that awkward phase of being a teenager and stuff like that. So like I don't know. It seems like when you do that when you're young and you become famous, you're really rolling the dice on like, okay, am I gonna turn out as a weirdo? Like I mean, it just
Yeah,
happens. But
yeah, and I mean, I really think it comes down to how your parents handle it, you know. But
yeah, I don't
and I
know.
mean, you got to think like if these kids are just making bank from this show, like the parents are probably just like, do whatever you want. Like our house is paid off, you know. It's like, geez, man, that's
Is
I don't
that
know, because
it?
with Theo and Casey, I try really hard to like just let them have a normal childhood, you know, as much as I can.
Um. Well, I was gonna say like is it? Do you think it's the it's solely the way that their parents handle it, or is it also just like the pressure of knowing like, okay, like
It's
I know
definitely
I'm
both,
famous.
but I think the parents I think as parents, it's really important to like keep ego in check. It's important to remind them that like, hey, like, you know, your grandparents, they were normal people, you know what I mean? Like you come from normal roots, like you're not
Yeah, I don't know.
special
I
like that, you know. It's just
I just I never understood. If it was me, right, and someone was like, "All right, you do this show, you'll make a million or two," and I'd be like,
well,
"All right, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just lay low, and I'm gonna just move on." Like I don't want to have the spotlight on me at that point because it's like I've already made it.
yeah, I think it's definitely better now than it was back in the day. Like parents used to like take money and stuff and get away with it, you know.
Yeah,
Like it's harder to do that now, which is good.
but social media
But
also makes it worse for your mental health when you're that
but
famous.
I think everybody, like, they're like social media may actually like negatively affect us. Like cool, so everybody's got the same brain problem now, you
But
know. It's
it's not the
like
same though because of if I mean if you think about like if you're on when you're not famous, it's pretty one sided where you're seeing all these people who are having these crazy things happen in their lives and stuff like that. Oh, this person's going to this concert and then they met this famous person and then this other person's going to the beach with their family every summer and this and that. Like whatever, right? But when you're famous, you're on
I,
what?
I saw I would love to get him on here, but you would probably be bored because we would just talk about nutrition. There's this guy who's called Nutrition Arc, and like he's dealing with this like protein bar company because he's trying to make a low calorie Chick-fil-A sauce, and they like patented this like low calorie fat substitute that they got, and like won't let anybody else use it now, and so he's like going to court over it.
Uh,
But his videos are like genuinely good, like advice about like diet. And he posted like a friends only thing last night, and he's like, "This is just for my friends, but like, how do you does is anybody getting like free trips? I'm trying to shake my ass to the Bahamas."
what is the context?
He was literally just asking like, "I'm getting free shit, but is anybody getting like free trips? How do I get free trips?"
um, but anyways, so
That was so funny though.
I think
Trying to shake my ass in the Bahamas, you know.
if you're if you're famous, you're dealing with like people are DMing you, like random people,
Oh,
people trying
dude,
to
I
do
think
brand
that's
deals and all this stuff, and it's like,
whenever I try to reach out to somebody who's like got a similar amount of followers to me or more, I'm like the chances of them answering are like 1% because I get so many DMs that it's like
well, and
the
it's
the
like,
thing that's I wish Instagram would let you not let people. It would be like if I'm not following them, they shouldn't be able to send me reels and stuff. That's really annoying. Like
is that
people
not
just send
already a
me
thing?
reels. I don't think so. Maybe I can go into my settings and change it
But
then,
I
but
because like
I get spammed like crazy to the point where if somebody was actually trying to tell me something important, I would miss it because it's just like
well, so in like in and maybe this is just me. I don't know how many people are like, oh, I don't care that it says this. I'm gonna do it anyways. When someone's bio says like for business inquiries, reach out to this agent or whatever, right? I'm like, all right, there's no
yeah,
chance I'm gonna be
I'm
messaging this
sure my
person, right? But that agent probably gets so many DMs or
I'm
emails just
sure
saying
my
like,
manager
"Hi, can I
gets
talk to
so many. I mean,
Danny?"
he'll forward me stuff all the time where it's like it's somebody just saying, "Hey, just a big fan, wanted to, you know that like you got me through a rough time or something," and I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna like send them a message," you know. But
Yeah.
They yeah, I'm sure he gets so much just garbage. And he gets tons of like freaking shitty brand deal, like where it's like, hey, we'll give you some free toaster strudel for 50 and like
Yeah.
$50, you know, and it's like
Hey
it's not worth our
Danny, a
time.
big fan. Here's a picture of my balls.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you remember that the voice messages? Like I get a voice message and it's like Danny Bean Burrito, I love you, man.
What, dude? I remember, like, cause so back when I was uploading stuff to Instagram for you, I remember I was like, I want to say I was at mom and dad's or something, and I was getting notifications on the iPhone about like someone was calling, and I was like, who was calling
Yeah,
on Instagram?
I have it muted.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
people will try to
and
call
you
you.
didn't see it, and it turns out someone had made a group chat with both of us
Yeah,
and
the
was
group
calling
chat
with,
thing's really
so
annoying.
both phones were going off, and I was like, what is happening? Like genuinely, like, and I'm trying to sleep when this happens. I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus
I mute that
Christ.
shit.
And so like, yeah, I just, stuff like that, I'm like,
It literally happens on a daily basis. I get like a couple dozen
well, occasionally, like,
notifications,
someone will join,
calls, messages.
someone will join the Discord and send me a friend request, and like, honestly, like, I mean, me personally, just because while I do use it
I don't
for
add
that,
people on Discord.
yeah, I don't. I've had so
I've had
many
too many bad
instances.
experiences.
Yeah, like just people just sending like random nasty garbage, and I'm like, I don't like. It's different if it's like, for example, if it's like Too Quick, who's been in the community for so freaking long that like, honestly, like, I can't imagine him not being part of the community, right? Sending a friend
Yeah,
request, yeah, of course I'm gonna accept that, and if he wants to chat, I'll chat. But like someone who I've never
not me.
met,
Fuck off too quick. No, I'm just kidding.
someone who I've never met just joins Discord. Hey, big
Love too
fan. I'm
quick.
like, that's cool, but
You
like,
know, I met him in person, right? Too quick.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah, yeah. We
Um,
hit some beers.
but and this thing though, like,
Marble
you
Brewery.
you literally met the guy in person. Like, that's so much different
Yeah.
from some person I've never met.
It was funny
Never
because he's
even
like,
seen
I
the community
forget
before.
that I'm like way taller than you. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
He's tall.
that's the thing. Like, I think because you're the one that actually, like, at the end of the day, you're the one that has the most exposure. You actually go and travel and like meet people and stuff like that. It's like, I get some of the residual, like, someone just sends me a random friend request, right? But like, I forget, dude. You probably get like tons, especially back when you were when
Yeah,
you were
I'm
on
pretty numb
Twitch.
to it at this point. I
When
mean,
you
dude, I when at, like, and I'm not saying this to like brag. It's legitimately just like a normal part of my life at this point. I go anywhere, especially here in Albuquerque. I go anywhere outside of my house, the gym. Um, dude, I went to therapy and somebody recognized me and I was like, "This is awkward." Like, it's just like everywhere I go, I just assume that people are like, I get stared at a lot, and it's like they are like, I think people are like wondering if it's me or not. Like, I went to the movies one time, and it was recently. I was seeing God damn it, what was it? Anyways, I saw a movie recently, and like I go to use the bathroom, and in the middle of it, I go in the bathroom. I'm like at the urinal, and all these kids are in there, right? And they're all just like, it just gets dead quiet, and they're like staring at me. And then I go to wash my hands, and as they like leave, and then like one by one they start coming in again to wash their hands again. Like, they're all just trying to like see if it's really me. And then I walk out, and I can hear them. They're so loud. They're like, "It's him. That is him." And it's just like, I'm going back to the movie. People ask for pictures all the time, which is cool. I'm always happy to take a picture. It's funny because people are like, I forget your name. And it's like, I go by Danny Dorito. Yeah, dude, I love your videos. I've been keeping up with you since you moved here. And I'm like, that's cool. But the most awkward thing is always the drive through, because they like take my credit card and then they're like, I watch your TikToks. And it's
well,
like, cool. Like,
that's like, you're at like
thanks, man.
the doctor's
I
office.
love that I'm getting recognized at McDonald's right now. But
you're, you're at the doctor's office, and
I
it's
hope they
like,
don't judge how much food I got.
what are you here for? Colonoscopy. Ah, same.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Cool, man. Cool. Love the videos.
So are you
Um,
gonna post a vlog about this later?
People shout at me. Um, I think
That's
the
awkward.
worst. I think the worst is when people are like dicks about it. Like they'll like walk behind me just enough that they know that I can hear them, and they'll be like, "Dad, my favorite," or something. Doesn't
that's
happen as much anymore, but
that's
it's
kind
like,
of funny
okay, these
though.
are like some punk ass teens, you know, like they're
But
just fucking around at the mall or something.
I've only ever had it happen once, and they didn't come to me like while I was there. But mom and I were at like Albertsons, and I remember I was like, no one's gonna recognize me. Like that's not. I wasn't in the mindset of that happening yet. And when I go there, I'm like literally in like the crappiest basketball shorts and like a oversized T-shirt, like just showing up there flip flops, like
Like Adam Sandler.
yeah, and and I remember I saw a comment on one of your videos that involved me, and
Yeah.
they're like, hey, I think I saw you with your mom at
Yeah.
Albertsons, and I was like,
That
oh,
happens all the time
I was
too, where it's
like,
like, "Hey,
crap.
I saw you, you know, at this place," and it's like, God, man, I just have to assume that people are always watching me,
I
you know,
I think because
and always expect someone to come up.
I haven't been in the spotlight, I don't have to worry about that. But jeez, man, I remember like that when the Albertsons thing happened. I was like, I don't like that. I was like, I don't like how that feels.
Mhm.
Cause I don't know. I kind of want to mind my own business. I don't want to be out there. I mean, it was cool for a little bit up until people started freaking, trying to get me banned
Oh
and
yeah, that was fucked up.
I
I'm
remember, dude.
sorry.
I remember tell you about the time when someone tried to like find out my IP address.
No, let's not talk about that.
Well, no, it was it's so it was when I had the Minecraft server, and Jopa like had taught me how to set up like Cloudflare, which like hides your IP.
Mhm.
So I banned this kid for freaking griefing Amanda's house, and like blew up the whole place, right?
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it was like 2021, I think, and I remember they sent me a DM saying like, "Hey, like, you should be careful about who you ban." And they sent me a location, and it said like North Carolina, and I was like, "That's not where I live, dude." Nice try though. I remember I was like so thankful that Jopa had taught me how to use Cloudflare, because otherwise, yeah, someone would have found my IP. Like and that was the thing. I set up a Minecraft server knowing there is a chance of that happening, so I knew I needed to have that kind of stuff set in place. That's why I'm so hesitant to make one now without it
Hmm.
being set up for that. Because
Yeah, well, the I think the worst experience I had was I had this guy in Florida reach out, and he had been like in the streams and stuff, and like donated and stuff. So of course it's like, yeah, I'll answer his DM and, you know, say hi and thanks for watching and all that. And he really wanted me to join he wanted to like start a stream house. Like he wanted to start a stream team, and he was like, I'll get you a new PC. I'll do all this stuff, but you gotta like move to Florida and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I have a family. I'm not moving into a house with you with my family, you know?
mhm.
And he went off on me. Like I would block him, he'd make a new account, cuss at me, all kinds of stuff. And it's like, dude, I didn't do anything. You know, you're just upset that I don't want to like help you become a big streamer or whatever it was he was trying to do. But it's just like, I think that's probably the shittiest thing about it is like whenever I meet people at networking things and they like look me up or they know who I am, they immediately want something. You know, they're like, the amount of times I've been asked to start a podcast with people is like annoyingly like high. Like I'm like, dude, I have a podcast with my brother, and that shit is hard. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way that like we're gonna start a podcast and it's gonna like take off or something. It just doesn't work that way. Like, it's too oversaturated at this point. But at the same time, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know, for all I know, you're like a racist, and all of a sudden, like, puts me in a weird position.
It's like, hey, don't upload that one. Nah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. It's like, no, it's all good. I'll. It's like, no, dude. I mean, I've literally talked. There was I'm not gonna like say who, but I talked to a guy who does a podcast, and he was like, he had a guest on, and they just started going off about Trump, and like would not stop ranting about him, and like like when they finished it, he's like, dude, I can't air this. I'm sorry. Like, I can't put this up. I'm just like sitting here listening to you rant for an hour, and it's like, ugh, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know how we got so into that, but some more movie talk. Superman. top 3 movies of the year. It's pretty great.
So I was hoping it would be good. I heard some mixed things about it, but I'm
The
glad that you
Zack
enjoyed it.
Snyder fans are so
Is
pissed.
that what it is?
Yeah, the Zack Snyder fans are pissed that people like that better than Man of Steel.
Well,
That's 100% what it
the
is.
thing that I was hearing was that it's not an origin story, so that's why people liked it. And I was like, good. I'm glad that they
There
actually
are
started.
reviewers who like give it a bad score, and literally everybody's like, "You just don't like James Gunn. You 100% don't like James Gunn."
Hmm.
It's out of spite, and it's like I am so mindful of like if I watch a movie and I'm like that was good. I might not be a fan of the filmmaker and how they like talk about politics or whatever it is, but art is art, and good art should be celebrated. There are things that are irredeemable, like the guy who made the first 2 Jeepers Creepers movies. I don't think he made the third one. He might have. He got like arrested for some like PDF stuff, and it's like, yeah, you can't really like support that anymore. You know, like I love the Jeepers Creepers movies, but I don't talk about them as much as I would love to because it's like it always brings up that nasty history.
Well,
You know,
I wonder if that's like, I mean, do you think people feel the same way about Kanye West?
Kanye is definitely a sensitive thing nowadays. I mean, it doesn't get. Dude, did you listen to his song that got banned and stuff?
Yeah.
I was like, God, he's so good at music. Why did he have to do the lyrics? Like, why did he have to just
Dude,
go
I saw
there?
someone,
You know,
they did a ukulele cover of it, and I was like, why does it sound good? Like the
the
lyrics are
instrumental is
awful.
good. The lyrics are awful. The instrumental is good. It's just like, I feel like he's like he's using the controversy as fuel to keep himself relevant. That's 100% what
Yeah,
he's
but
doing.
and the
And
thing
at the
is,
same time, he's just like got mental illness.
the thing that's frustrating is he doesn't even have to do that though. He doesn't have to do it to stay relevant because people still talk about him. He's still relevant.
They talk about him because of the stuff that he does. Like, did
But
you see when he just like went off on X for a while and started posting like corn and stuff? Like it was it was
but
bad.
literally, all he would have to do is just release a regular album, and people would talk about him. Like Drake does the same thing every freaking he did the same thing for like every 6 months for like 3 years, and every time people were talking about it. Oh yeah, these two or three songs are good, but the rest of them are mid. This and that. But people would still talk about him. Like he would still be
Dude,
relevant.
there's a whole ass like high production music video for that song, by the way. That's how
I
I saw
know.
it.
Well,
Yeah. And I'm like, he got these people to do it.
I don't know
So
how he must have paid them a lot of freaking money or something, dude. Because
I
that's
mean,
insane.
it's a really sensitive thing to talk about, but I do think that there's like the intent with that was to like kind of poke at the idea that like words only have like that words are only bad because of the meaning that you
Well,
give it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
that's the thing. I didn't look at the lyrics because I think I think he's
I
trying
mean, the
to
chorus is just like, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe you went there.
I think he's
You know?
trying to say something either like that or it's a thing of like I don't know. I know
It's really hard to
it-
understand. It's a
supposed to
whole
have-
rabbit hole.
It's a meaning behind or beyond like the face value. Like it's not literally
Yeah,
him saying,
definitely.
you know.
But it doesn't matter because it's like the words themselves are offensive. So it's just
Yeah.
like,
And that's the
yeah,
thing.
it's a really
That's
tough
the thing
one,
that's
man.
frustrating. Kanye's not a it's not like he's just making stuff to make stuff. Like he's trying to have a message, but I think his brain is such a different place.
It's degraded so much. Yeah, it's like,
I don't know. And
he's essentially the crackhead on the street corner that you pass by all the time. Who
and
just like
occasionally
rants.
he says
He
something
just
where you're
rants
like,
shit,
huh?
and you're like, yeah. Occasionally he says something, and you're like, whoa, that was a coherent thought for a second.
Yeah,
but then you keep
but-
going, you
'cause
know,
like
like
what is it they say? There's a broken clock is right twice a day or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like occasionally, but for the
but
most
this
part, you're
clock
like,
is
huh?
really broken.
Yeah.
God, dude. Anyways, we can get off that. But yeah, Superman. If there's any hesitation to see it, go see it. It made me tear up a couple times. Genuinely, it's a good movie. James Gunn you could definitely tell James Gunn wanted to make a Superman movie for a really long time.
Well, so he has a movie called Super. He has a movie called Superman. Now he's making a movie called Man.
I just saw Eddington the other night. That's the one with Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal running against each
that's
other
what
as
it is.
mayors.
Okay, yeah.
It was pretty fucking good. It's definitely a little weird. Like the first half, like the first half felt like he didn't that Ari Aster didn't really know like what he wanted to write necessarily. So there's a lot of like ideas that feel like they're pulled from his last two movies. There's some cult stuff. There's some anxiety stuff. Like, did I show you the clip where it's like from Beau is Afraid, where he's like, so he's just like this like socially, like he's definitely got like some kind of mental issue, you know, and like so he has to like go across the street because the water just stops working. So he's like thirsty and needs to go across the street to like a like a little convenience store to buy water, right? But there's all these homeless people and like crazy people in the street just being like crazy, and it's like
Sounds like
anxiety inducing
Tucson.
because he's overwhelmed, right? And so like he like opens the door won't stay locked, or the door won't stay unlocked, right? And that's like the issue or something, or the buzzer that opens it breaks. Anyways, he like he like leaves to run across the street to the convenience store, and the door's unlocked. But as he runs, like every single crazy person that you saw when he was like walking earlier is like bothering him. So like there's this one guy who's just like, help me, help me, help me, help me. And like, so he's like running across the street, and this guy's like, help me, help me, help me. And like all these crazy people, like, you know, like just doing stuff. And then he goes to the convenience store, takes the water and starts drinking it. And there's this like Indian guy at the counter. He's like, you pay for that. And then like he looks, and all the homeless people are wandering into his apartment building because the door's open. And he's like, oh no. And then he just like leaves, and the Indian guy's like, I call the police. It's like, it's so fucked up, but like funny at the same time. It's like a dark comedy. He goes, and then he runs over to the apartment building, right? And just as the last homeless person goes in, they turn and lock it. So they go inside. Yeah. And then they like just destroy the place, right? They show like in his apartment, they're just like playing music and wrecking the place. And then they all just leave, right? Because it's like it's artsy. So it's just like the anxiety just like suddenly is gone, and they just like leave. And so he goes into his apartment, and there's just like shit everywhere and like all kinds of stuff, and he's just like so like defeated that he like takes a bath, right? So he's in the bathtub, right? He's in the bathtub, and all of a sudden the camera like shows that there's a fucking guy. There's a guy like doing one of those like secret agent things, like on the ceiling, like looking down. And he like all of a sudden stops like in the tub, and he looks up, and the guy just in the bathtub. So like naked Joaquin Phoenix is fighting this crazy homeless guy. It is such a crazy movie, dude. It's like a fever dream, but it is so funny, man. The first act of the movie is so funny, and then he goes on like this journey to like see his mom, and it doesn't really make sense, and then the ending is really like metaphorical, and like really it's a downer. But that first act, I was just like, dude, I've never seen anything like that. And there are things like that in you should go, dude. Honestly, it's like, have you ever done a double feature?
Were you saying that about Beau is Afraid, or about Eddington?
Eddington has that was Beau is Afraid, but Eddington has those elements in it, but it actually has a story and stuff.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's during the pandemic, and it starts out, and Joaquin Phoenix is like in his like his sheriff truck, because he's the sheriff of this small town in New Mexico, and like these tribal police are like, you're on tribal land, you got to put your mask on, and he's just like, no, I don't. Like, what? I got there's no, it's not here. There's no virus here. This and that, you know. And then they're like, well, then we're gonna have to like detain you, kind of thing. And it's like, ah, shit, here we go. But essentially, an incident happens, and he pops his phone up, and he's just like, we can't be doing this to each other. Like, all of this over something that's not even an issue here, and this and that. That's why I'm running for mayor. And Pedro Pascal is trying to get reelected and like be a governor, you know? And so like this is totally gonna fuck up his plan. And the movie just gets crazier and crazier. The twists and turns are The last sequence of the movie is like it's like a giant gunfight, but anxiety inducing the whole time. I've never seen anything like it. It's a Western with dark comedy and then like a lot of like really deep messages and themes. It's genuinely a good movie, but I know that like a lot of general audience members are just going to be like put off by it, but I think you would like it. I think you would. So I was going to suggest, dude, you should take a day and go see like back-to-back Superman and Eddington. That would be a crazy
So
experience.
unfortunately, I can't take days off. Like I'm just
Gotcha.
not, but I
We'll watch them together at some point then.
yeah. Dang man.
But yeah, Bo's Afraid, the first act, that's all you need to watch.
You need to show me that clip because
Yeah, I'll show you after this. It's hilarious, man. It literally had me dying when I saw that with Giancarlo and Jorge, and we were just dying laughing. And then the movie got really fucked up and weird, and we were just like, man, what happened? And it's super long, but long story short, Eddington definitely lived up to the hype. I can't stop thinking about it. That's probably my number 4 for the year right now. It's probably Sinners, then Superman, then F1, and then Eddington. That's what I would say. Maybe even Eddington before F1. I saw F1 again, and I'm like, yeah, it is a really like the plot definitely like after the first time, it doesn't have as much rewatchability. Whereas Eddington definitely does. I want to watch it again. That's probably my favorite of Ari Aster's, to be honest, because I like westerns, and it's such an interesting mashup. And he shot it here. I auditioned for it, so it's like really weird, you know. Anyways, I've been rewatching Stranger Things with Theo. We have like, I think we're on the sister episode of season 2. We started the last, and I'm like, oh, do we have to watch this episode?
Least favorite season.
Yeah. No, I definitely have been watching it. I'm like, yeah, this season is definitely the weakest.
I think
I'm looking forward to season 3 at this point. You know,
well,
season 3 is like pure fun. Season 4 is like really dark. But season 3 is so much fun.
Season 3 to me, that's like I said, that's the best season. I really like the like Cold War stuff they do in that one. I also just
the mall is just such a great setting. You know,
I also the Russian dude was Alexei. Like that whole arc is it's crazy.
Yeah, you actually feel it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And Murray is such an awesome character. Like
yeah, and he's probably the biggest highlight of season 2 is his introduction, Murray.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, like, I remember, like, they go into his little, like, bunker that he has, and he's playing, like, 50s music, and I'm like, that's me. He's literally me. But,
well, the other thing I was going to say is that I think one of the reasons why season 2 is not as good as season 1 is because the lead character is Mike, right? He's, like, the lead character of the show, essentially. Mike and 11 are, like, the main characters. He does nothing in season 2, man. Mike does nothing. He's just like there.
That's fair.
He's all depressed because 11's gone. Up until like the last 2 episodes, he literally like just he barely says anything. He's just like there, depressed.
Season 2 is mainly it's if anything, it focuses more on Will.
Everybody's kinda, but like the problem is like everybody's split up in a way that's like not very fun.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, I think with season 1, I mean, the reason why they could give more attention to Mike is because Will wasn't really there.
Murray and Steve and Dustin's friendship starting is probably the best part of that whole season. I mean, Max is really cool. The brother is really cool. Like, it's even like put it this way.
Yeah.
Put it this way: if season 1 is a 4.5
out of 5.
Yeah, then season 2 is probably a 4. Maybe you could even go 3.5.
I would go 3.5.
Season 3 again 4.5, and then I would say season 4 to me is a 5. I think that is a perfect season.
I would say season 3 is a 5, and season 4 is a 4.
Season 4 is almost like 2 seasons of television put in one, Chris. Like the episodes are so long. Every one is like a movie.
But length isn't necessarily indicative of quality.
It does if the writing is good, and the writing is probably the best it's ever been.
The thing is, I remember more from season 3 than I do from season 4.
But that's because you that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's subjective.
I mean,
I can see why you like season 3 more, and I would not argue with you. But me personally, I think season 4 is like an absolute achievement in television. Like people are gonna look back at that season and be like, "This is when television changed." where people started treating every episode like a movie. You know,
Yeah.
somebody else is going to do it with a show and it's going to stand out
I,
100%.
I think
But it's because they had the budget,
I
you
still think
know?
if someone told me to go back and rewatch a season of Stranger Things, like right now, gun to my head, it'd be season three.
I think season 3 is probably going to be the most fun rewatch because it's just, like I said, it's probably the most fun, heartwarming season, you know?
Yeah.
And the 4th of July is just like such a
Yeah.
nostalgic time for everybody,
Well,
you know?
I
Everybody
think
loves 4th of July.
season four when it came out had a lot of hype behind it because that was when is it Hopper? Is that I always get confused whether it's Hopper or Hooper. I think it's Hopper.
It's funny because whenever we watch Stranger Things, that's like the picture that pops up is him in the snow, and Theo's like, "Hey, why's Hopper bald?" But yeah, no, rewatching Stranger Things with him has been an absolute treat. Getting to see him experience it for the first time is like so cool, man.
Why's Hopper
Somebody asked
bald?
me the other day, what's the best thing about being a dad? I said, watching my kids experience the joys of life for the first time is like the best, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stranger Things, almost done rewatching that. I've been doing I did a review for season 1. I'll probably do another one for season 2. The Odyssey sold out its 70 millimeter screenings a year in advance. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard
Christopher
about
Nolan.
it.
If they had it here, I totally would, but it's like 12 cities or something. So it's like a really crazy headline, but if you think about it, it's like not that crazy. And if anything, they're just gonna like probably, you know, put some more up because it's totally an I. Somebody was like, "Oh, what if we sell these out a year early? That would be genius." And like
Dude.
everybody's like, Christopher Nolan's the only director to sell out IMAX screenings a year in advance. You know what I mean?
My
Like just
thing,
with
though,
name alone, no
th-
trailer yet.
I feel like this is gonna set a bad precedent. I don't like it.
I don't think there's any harm to it. I really don't.
Well, cause okay, but here's the thing: what if every movie starts to? Oh, hey, we're gonna start doing
It won't
pre-sales
work.
of tickets. You don't think so?
It won't work. No, not unless the movie's really got genuine hype. And they timed it
guess.
perfectly. They were like, it's literally going on sale in 2 days. And it's like, holy shit, you know? And then boom. It sold out within like 2 hours.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm just tired of like games doing that, where they'll do.
It's never been done
pre-orders.
before for movies, though. So pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, and I think it's
It's good
purely
for
because it's
cinema.
for Nolan.
I think this movie with those 4 movies I just announced is like, we're eating good this year when it comes to movies, you know? Like I don't think I think it's getting people are more aware like, oh, if we don't watch movies, then like going to the theater will start to become harder and harder to do because it's going to cease to exist. You know, like you'll have to like travel to a bigger city to go see a movie.
Yeah, but
I felt so like, did I tell you about the 40X thing that happened with Theo when we saw Jurassic World? This guy and his son drove like, I don't know how many hours, 5 hours, 6 hours from Phoenix to see How to Train Your Dragon in 40X. And they canceled that screening to do the Jurassic World event we were at. So I saw them come up and find out about that. And he's like, we drove all the way from Phoenix for this.
that's
Like, this
messed
is
up, dude.
unacceptable. Yeah, it was like, oh man, I hate to be that theater
What-
person who has to deal with that.
What did they even do? You have any idea?
I saw them walk past really, like the dad was pissed to go see How to Train Your Dragon in like 3D or something for free. But it's like, like
That's not enough, honestly. That's
no,
not
you
enough.
need to give them like fucking 10 free passes or something, you know? Like, damn. That's what I would do if I was the manager. I'd be like, dude, here's just a bundle of free passes. I'm so sorry.
Here's my left nut. I'm just.
Take it. I'm so sorry.
You can have a kidney.
Theo's been watching all the Marvel movies. It's crazy because like I'll come downstairs and I'm like, damn, you're already on Thor Ragnarok?
Did you watch the Thor the Dark World?
Yeah.
How?
Dude, I mean, you got to think like he is just experiencing it all. Like they have like on Disney Plus, they have like the
Yeah.
movies in timeline
But
order.
I-
So he's doing it the right way.
I mean, good for him though.
I'll
'cause
probably
I-
end up taking him to see Fantastic Four. I'm taking him to see Superman tomorrow in
Is
40X. I'm
Fantastic
stoked.
Four out already or no?
No, I think it comes out the end of the month next week.
Wow, I'm
I
curious to see
think.
how that one turns out because
The reviews that are coming out right now are praising it, saying that it's the best Fantastic Four movie in a long time. So
yeah,
I hope that's true.
I don't think it's very hard to top Four Stick. Honestly, that's
No, or did I? Sorry, best Marvel movie in a long time.
oh well,
My bad.
that's yeah,
That's a little harder.
a little.
I don't. I think the last time that like people really went nuts was No Way Home. You
I
know?
agree, and seeing that one in theaters is really awesome.
Did you see that one in theaters?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited for the next trilogy. I'm really curious to see where they go with it, and I think Tom Holland is like really holding his own
I'm
as
just
Spider-Man.
I'm worried that because I think part of what made um like that trilogy so good was just the fact that it was like okay, like you have him doing his own thing, but he's still tied into the Marvel universe. So like, it's there's consequences beyond just oh hey Spider-Man fighting villains and he's worried about MJ. Like
Oh,
it was beyond that.
his non-alcoholic beer company reached out and was like, "Hey, we want to put your review up as an ad." And I'm like, "Sure, dude."
Oh, that's
They
awesome,
like paid us for it. Yeah. I'm like, "That's Tom Holland's beer company."
dude. Hey,
And
random
I
thing.
I won a Best Supporting Actor award at a film festival where he won Best Actor. Did you know that?
Oh wow.
Yeah, him and his brother did a short film.
Um, it's super random, but you made me think of this. I keep seeing these edits of it'll be like Skyrim, and it'll be like it's like like rotoscoping.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but like they basically just like put the skin of Skyrim over like actual clips. I sent you one up where it was the Tucker Carlson interview with Ted Cruz, right? And he's like asking like, "What's the population of Skyrim?" And it's like the general from the Empire, and he's like, "Well, I don't know." And he's like, "You don't know the population of the province you're trying to inhabit?" Like he's like, "It's 2 million." He's like, "Okay." Well, I saw one where he's like, "Yeah, it's non-alcoholic mead," and he goes, "Oh, so it's mead?" He goes, "Yeah, but it's non-alcoholic." He goes, "Oh, so like it is meat though, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, well, but there's no alcohol in it." He's like, "But you still get drunk off of it, right?" And he's like, "No, it's not
Dude,
alcoholic."
that is totally from Wolf of Wall Street. Have you seen?
It is.
Yeah, he's like it's non-alcoholic beer, and he's like non-alcoholic. And he's like, yeah, you want one? And he's just like, so if I drink a bunch of these, I get fucked up. And he's
Yeah.
like, no.
But dude, the whoever's idea it was to do that is so freaking funny because they don't just like rip it off completely. Like they do change some words. To
Yeah,
make
no, I
it
appreciate when
fit.
they like. I mean, I kind of did like a parody of Eddington yesterday. If you've seen the movie, it's funny, but I definitely changed some phrasing and stuff, so it didn't feel like I was just doing the same monologue.
Dude, there was some video you did recently that I saw. It popped up on Instagram for me, and it made me laugh like crazy. I forgot what it was. Oh, it was the freaking was it like the Bugatti thing?
Oh yeah. Where,
Yeah. Oh.
yeah. Sorry, Dad, too fat.
What?
I'm like, what? You're too heavy. To kind of finish us off here, gaming talk. Chris and I played Killing Floor 2. I would honestly be down to do that again sometime soon.
Yeah, although I definitely think that like
We got to try harder if we're gonna do the harder difficulty.
this freaking guy. You guys want to know what he did to me? I died. He takes my gun. I'm like, "Hey, can you drop it?" He goes, "I don't know how." I said, "Check keybinds." He can't find it.
I
go
sold
and
it
look.
before he found the keybinds.
I saw it clear as day. It said "throw weapon," and I was like,
Well,
"Oh,
now we know that won't happen
I
again.
was like, "You hit backspace," and he's like, "I already sold it," and then I kept dying for the rest of the match.
I tried to make up for it. I gave you a pistol that's like really good.
But I didn't need a pistol. I wanted my freaking Scar Rage
I know.
back,
I
bro.
bought you a Scar later. I did buy you a Scar later.
Like 2 rounds later when it was too late. and then a nuke went
Hey, I
off.
tried. Dude, that map is cool.
I want to try the moon base next.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll play some Killing Floor too. Um, maybe we can get some other people in there from the Discord.
What,
Um,
a game about digging a hole? What is
yeah,
this?
I played a indie game that I think was like I don't know if is the Steam Summer sale over?
Probably.
I got it. I think it's like normally $5 and I got it for like 2. But it's essentially this game where you buy a house and in the backyard it's you buy a house and on the listing it says that there's lost treasure in the backyard. And so the game is you like digging a hole in the backyard to get to it, but you find like different minerals and you sell them and upgrade your
Like
shovel and all
Motherload.
kinds of. Yes, but honestly, like it is, but it isn't because it's like a normal like 3D game. You know what I mean? It's not. Motherload was like a 2D flash game, um, where you could like you saw like the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. This is like way different in a good way. It's not a very long game. I beat it in the first try, but there's like achievements that you can that you can unlock the ability to get once you beat the game. So there is replay value. I hope they make another one. It's new. It came
Dude,
out in like February.
that makes me want to make a game about digging a hole to China.
Dude, I mean, Ben's getting into game design. He's designing a game right now. We should totally
Dude,
do something like that.
that would be so awesome. That like, cause imagine you have to you get to start getting.
I think it would be cool to make a game and then throw Easter eggs in there that like the fan base would
Yeah,
know.
but
You know?
like I'm just thinking like you as you get deeper, you have to. It's no longer just about like, oh, the material of my shovel needs to be better. Like you have to start worrying about like heat because you're getting closer to the core and all this. Like that would be freaking cool.
That was
Dude.
a factor in this.
Really.
There was magma and stuff that you would run into, and it would cause. And you could put lights so that you can see.
That's cool.
You get a jetpack
Well,
so
'cause
that you can like fly out really quick. There's a battery, so like your shovel is like battery operated, where it like goes like that when you
Uh-huh.
click. And so if your battery runs out, then you like lose everything that's in your backpack.
Well, because
So there is like a sense of urgency to it.
that's what Motherload did, dude. Because I remember if you ran out of fuel, then yeah, you would die. Like you would literally just die, and then I want to say like yeah, you could run into pockets of magma. There's times
The ending was crazy though. When I got to the ending, I was like, oh, there was
well,
a twist.
'cause
It was good.
Motherload had that thing where you would dig into like a random mineral and there would just be an explosion, just like randomly, and you're like, what
Yeah,
the
you would hit
fuck?
like a gas pocket. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I seriously recommend this. I
that's
think you
actually
would
a
love it,
cool.
Chris.
That's a cool
Yeah.
concept for a game.
A game about digging a hole. I hope they make a second one and make it bigger and like
Dig
way
a hole
more
to
to
China.
it.
You know what? If they take my idea, and I highly encourage that you do. If you make a game where you dig a hole to China and it takes way longer than it does for this game, I would totally buy it.
I should reach out to them and see if we can get the rights and make a movie about digging a hole and it's like this crazy guy who like is looking for buried treasure in a backyard.
Movie with no dialogue too.
No, it would have dialogue. His wife would be like, his girlfriend would be like, we canceled plans for you to dig a hole, and he's like, there's gonna be treasure down here eventually. I promise you. And then he's like finding like different minerals and stuff and taking them to a pawn shop or something. He's like taking gold that you know what I mean? Like you could make a really I mean, dude, if we got Beau is Afraid, which makes like no sense, there's literally no limit to what you can make as long as you make it entertaining. You know?
Honestly, I think it'd be better as a show.
I don't know. There's certain ideas where I'm like, okay, there's this thing that I heard, and I'm like, that's interesting. So, movies are about characters, right?
Uh huh.
Like it usually follows a character, and there's an arc. Shows are more about the setting. So, like Stranger Things is Hawkins, right? It's all centered around Hawkins and the people of Hawkins. So that's one way that you can determine if something should be a movie or a show. I don't know if a backyard digging a hole is as interesting as the person doing it. You know what I mean? I think the person doing it is more interesting than the hole digging.
I guess so. I don't know. Bottom line, dig a
A
hole to China.
backyard is not as cool of a setting, you know what I mean? As a character that does that. It reminds me of Take Shelter, where like freaking he's just building a shelter in his backyard because he keeps having a reoccurring dream that a bad storm's coming. That's a really good movie. Um anyways, any other gaming talk?
Um, I started playing Minecraft more. I'm trying to get back into Fallout 4 again because my mod list stopped working. I played Call of
Oh,
Duty. Call of Duty has a COD Tunes event right now. I guess they're really leaning into the cartoon stuff.
they're
Um,
doing whatever they can to try and get people to come back. It's not working though.
they officially have a classic zombies mode,
Hmm.
and it has classic round music and
That's cool, I guess.
yeah. Well, I think it's like a starting room challenge is what it is.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
yeah, so I want to try that. I'll probably try that today.
Um. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to kind of end us off here before we get into our recommendations, I have tried to get some guests on, and their schedules and stuff have been an issue. Like they're like not able to do it at the time we do on Saturday, and our schedule, Chris and I, is already kind of rigid, so it's hard to like work around that. So recommend some guests to us. Obviously, not like, oh, my brother will be on. Like, if there's any creators out there that you watch, and like, I mean, it could be anywhere from like a couple 100,000 followers to, the millions, like where I am. I have 9 million followers just about. So anywhere in that range of like 100,000 to 9 million, if you think they would be an interesting guest, or you think they have something of value to talk about, or they have a cool niche, obviously movie stuff's always cool. But please recommend somebody and I'll reach out to them.
I mean,
I 9
Ben
times out of 10 they
Jammins.
answer.
Ben Jammins is
Ben
still on the
Jammins
list.
is a busy dude.
Yeah, I know.
That guy's
Dude,
hard to nail down. He's
I
always traveling.
not to mention that guy. Like I every time a GIF comes out, he always makes a new one, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's just like
Jesus.
making gifts all day and traveling.
Yeah. I mean,
And I mean, let's be honest, like our podcast averages like 200 views. It's not like we really need to get the audio versions on soon.
I have a bunch of them, like I think like up to like 80 on a hard drive,
Okay.
so I can send them over.
I think you
whenever.
could just do the same thing that we did when we re-released them on the new channel, is just start with episode 1 and just
I just,
upload them.
but the thing is, I just need access to the account. That's all.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. All right, we'll figure that out. We'll put it on the list.
can you upload
Yeah.
video versions actually? Because I think that some people do that.
I think on Spotify you can.
Maybe I'll think about doing that. We'll
Something
see.
to look into for sure.
Probably be easier.
But yeah, recommend some guests in the comments, and I will try to get somebody on. I think next episode we're probably gonna go with Ben or something,
Yeah.
But
I'll
anyways,
always have Genie on. Genie's awesome.
yeah, he's always great to have on. Recommendations. Stranger Things. I think it's a great time to rewatch it. I mean, we're literally like what 4 months less than 4 months. So no, I think we're
Holy
right around
crap.
4 months away from the new season. So if you watch a season a month, like it'll be perfect timing. I heard people commented like, "Why are you watching it right now? Why don't you wait till the month before?" I'm like, you know how busy we are? You think we can just sit down and binge watch 4 seasons in a couple weeks? You're crazy. Like especially season 4, those episodes are long. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to be up against the clock. I want Theo to be ready. And then I watched Tom Cruise's breakout movie with his first lead role called Risky Business. It's the one where he's famous for like dancing in like a button-down shirt in his
Yeah.
underwear, singing in the living room. It's actually a good movie, like genuinely good. I was surprised. Good camera work, good editing, good characters, fun movie. It's essentially he falls in love with a call girl,
Hmm.
and she like won't leave.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And yeah,
I,
bunch of good actors who are like really young in it.
I did not get the chance to watch anything over the past couple weeks. People at work were getting mad at me because I haven't seen Space Jam. So
Space Jam is so overrated.
that's what I had always heard. So I don't know, but
Like we're too old to get the first Space Jam references, most of them, and then Space Jam 2
Or
is just
too-
an abomination.
too young to get the references.
Sorry, yeah, too young.
But
You got what I meant.
yeah.
Thank you for clarifying for the audience. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it here. I think this might be a
Two and a
longer
half-
episode.
2.5 hours, I'm pretty sure.
Nice, I like that. That's a good length.
That's what she said.
Oh Jesus. All right. Danny Dorito 23 on everything. My second account on TikTok at Derek Bowder. That's where I post all my movie and TV stuff, whether it's behind the scenes updates, movie and TV show reviews, reactions. So please go support that. I think we're right around 300 subscribers here on YouTube. So subscribe. I'll do some kind of giveaway for 300
Yeah, and then
subscribers
I
on the
think
Discord.
400 is probably the goal right now for the end of the year at least.
Well, I mean, how much do we need to get monetized?
I think it's
Is it
400.
1,000?
The
400
watch
and
the watch hours I think is where you need like maybe it is 1,000. I don't know. I think I'm getting my numbers mixed up. It might be 4,000 watch
we'll
hours.
check
for
it after
1,000
this.
subscribers. Yeah, but
Yeah, but I think we can do it if we push it. So, guys, subscribe, share with your friends. Be like, hey, you remember Cool Ranch Corner? There's a new YouTube channel completely dedicated to it, which I think is cool to have it all in one spot.
oh,
You know,
and one last thing, if you guys have any like clips from the older episodes that you really want to see put up on the channel, please let me know. Like literally, like go on the Discord server, ping me, say, hey, I want this clip. I will go and make it because I'm not sure which clips you guys like love the most. You know, I people watch those episodes for reasons that I might not understand until you point it out. Like straight up, like there's I love talking to my brother about stuff, but you guys might be like, I thought it was really funny when Chris looked like a complete idiot for this thing, blah blah blah. Like, all right, man. Like, but like, just if you guys have any clips that you guys want put on the channel, that way you guys can go back and watch them. Like, let me know. Just ping me
yeah,
on the Discord server.
please
So.
do. Um, and we have in the join the Discord. You can actually there's a section that literally is for like suggestions.
Yep.
Buy some G Fuel with code Danny D. Join our Patreon. We would love to have your support. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one with a guest.
Peace.